and welcome everybody. It's stream time. I thought I was going to get a haircut today, but sadly, my haircut lady had to take care of her kids, and that's okay, everybody. It was okay. As a father of three, I know how that goes. That is for sure. I definitely know how that ends up. We're going to go this way a little bit. I hate it when I'm not centered. So yeah, thanks for coming in, everybody. Make sure to show the stream some love by going out and retweeting. Show the stream some love here. We're going to get into it. Sorry, I was running just a touch behind there. That totally threw me off, and then I had some technical issues I had to solve. But you know how it goes. But we are going to play some 76 right here. We are loading in. Of course, I can't load my camp. And of course, we're also going to get into some stream raiders over here as well. We're going to get into that in just a moment. Well, this server sucks. If I can't get my thing, then I'm bouncing out of that world. I'll go to another one. So we're going to get started, everybody. We're going to be doing some more questing. We're going to try to get some of the events going. Why is it that I have to do that twice every time? It's like I press it, it doesn't work. I got to press it again. You know how it goes. So we're going to play some 76. Now, again, I did delete my high-level character. Right now, I think I'm level 8. Or something like that. Yeah, level 8 in, you can see it up here. Level 8 in Fallout 76, and that's because I deleted my high-level character. We've moved from the Bethesda launcher. By the way, I also removed Bethesda launcher from my other machine. I forgot I had installed it on my streaming PC too, so I uninstalled all of that stuff. I also uninstalled the Bethesda launcher, so don't forget to do it on all of your machines, just not your gaming machine. Make sure to remove it from everywhere. Make sure to transfer any games or anything like that over to your Steam library. And I'm going to go check out my next level camp I got going down here. As you guys will see here in a second. It's pretty funny. American Bear says, was watching some of your Fallout 4 videos yesterday, and today you're playing 76. Yes, if you want to know my schedule is on all my social media. Very easy to find right there in the chat. You can go ahead and follow all of that. So we're going to get into it. I have played 76 since it released and have never stopped playing it. This is actually my 6th character. If I add up all my characters, they'd probably be like level 1,000 if I had just one character. But I delete them to get that kind of new player feel of the game and kind of go through the game as it's progressing over time. Now, one of the things that I really like about 76 is it's basically Fallout 4 with friends. So you get to hang out with your friends, run around, get into trouble in the Fallout universe, which is actually one of my favorite series of all time. So let's get into it. Let's get playing. And oh, I got to say hello to everybody in the chat first. Then we're going to do it. Akia, Nomad coming in. Hello, hello. Sometimes I forget. Hey, Flux. Hey, Paul. Thanks for being here. And again, thank you, American Beer, for watching my videos. I appreciate that. While you're here, don't forget to hit the follow button. All right, let's go. All righty, here we are in my spectacular camp I've got going here, everybody. It's spectacular, isn't it? I'm just kidding, everybody. My camp is just getting started here, and I had a nice camp here, my previous playthrough. But one of the first things I always do when I log in is I kind of go along and look at how my character is doing. I got my first legendary in this playthrough. I've got a bit of power over here I can get to eventually. Level 25 is when you get that T45 going on. Again, I'm level 8 right now. We've got a bunch of stuff in here that could most likely be gotten rid of. Let's go ahead and take all that stuff out of there. One of the things I've learned in this game is don't save stuff for later unless it's something you really, really need, right? If it's something like, you know, some alcohol or some bubble gum that you might use for the dailies, then you want to put it in there. But other than that, you just pretty much want to get rid of most of this stuff. A Dictol is a good one to have around. Melee Bobblehead, we're going to use that one up. Buff out, not going to use that. Healing Salve, no, no, no. Oh, no, Disease Cure. I do want to put one of those on me, but not right now. Psycho, oh, there's something going down. Some guy's shooting and doing something. Who knows what that guy's doing. All right, and we got that. We're going to aid here. Rad-X is, again, I stopped saving stuff, everybody. Don't save it for a rainy day. It's just a huge waste of your time. Just keep it clear in your inventory so you don't have to mess with it. I'm going to throw that away. Oh, look at that. We're starting to get those filled up. Very nice. Mods, ammo. How am I doing on ammo? Now, here's another great example on ammo. In the later game, typically you want to put all of the ammo away that you actually don't have a weapon for. I mean, in the early game. In the later game, I just get rid of all the ammo that I don't use, but usually I put it away. Like right here, this one needs cells, right? So we go over here to our ammo and we look at our fusion cells. And we go ahead and grab those out. That gives a little thing. Now, who knows what weapons you're going to find along the way. I also need my 38 ammo. Let's see if we have any of that. I think I was out of 38 ammo, as a matter of fact. Yeah, another thing I'll put away too is my fusion cores, because I don't need those right now, because I'm not rocking the power armor. Weapons, so we don't got any of that as well. Short hunting rifle, which is 308, and then we have a bat. All right, so 308, we can get that as well. Now, the problem with putting it in your bank, of course, is if you do find another weapon that actually goes to that ammo, then, of course, you won't have the ammo on you. But I'm just going to offload it again. Trying to keep my weight down on my character is a constant struggle, no matter what you're doing. Now, do I have any level ups? I don't think I do. And I don't think I have my card yet that I need for transferring as well. And that's okay. Well, first we'll talk to the responder. Oh, wait, before we sell stuff, we should look at what kind of further garden we can create here. Let's go ahead and do that. Oh, we got some new stuff in there. Oh, that's cool. Power pylon. All right, so we want to go in and we want to go ahead. And now, right now, I have the sound off. Now, I always have the sound off whenever I'm kind of doing the vendor or hanging around in my base. And that's because this game can be really obnoxious when it comes to sound, because there's a lot of overlapping sound that can be really annoying. Now, if you do have anything like mute fruit, corn, carrots, whatever it is, you definitely want to put it down right away, because it will go bad if you keep it in your inventory. But if you put it down, it will not go bad. It can be destroyed, but it will not at least go bad. Now, you can also take that and turn it into fertilizer, which you'll see me do here in a minute. But most of the time, what I do is I just sell everything. Now, before I sell everything, it's probably a smart idea for me to check my dailies first, because I'm running out of time, everybody. I'm like 74 right here, and of course, I've restarted my character, so it's a lot harder to do the events and do all of that stuff. But we're going to be watching for events today. I'm not going to be doing any nukes or anything like that, but if I do see some featured events, we'll try to jump into those even at low level. I'm in the adventure mode right now. Let's see if any of my crew are on right now. Menteros is on. What level are you, Menteros? I don't know what level he is, so I'm going to see first before I invite anybody. Again, I'm going to be running around as a low-level character. If you want to run around as a super high-level character, you're not going to run around with me, because the whole purpose of playing through the game again is to kind of get that new player experience again, right? As opposed to just being easy moded right back up to 50 again, which totally I could do if I wanted to. But again, the whole point of it is to have that experience again. Now, one of the things I would definitely do is put on my card that would normally give me a better trade rate. And then I didn't even look at those challenges. Let's see. Buy or sell an item, gold bullion, daily op. Not going to do that one. Complete an event. We're going to wait for our daily ops until later. Events pretty easy. Pre-war food, that one we could do. Mole miner, level up, probably going to happen. So let's see if we've got any pre-war food before we get too far into it. As well, yeah, we got some Blamco there. Very nice. Bubblegum does count. And there we go. Done. GG. Then the rest of this, again, now in the early game, of course, we're trying to build up some cash to be able to purchase stuff that we need. So I'm literally just going to sell everything. Might as well get rid of all of it. Now, the thing I might want to do here on the corn soup before I get rid of that is to try to bring up my corn soup here, or bring up my food level here. Another thing is I can go ahead and eat some of these other things that I have already kind of cooked. Let's see, anything else? We got a whole bunch of stuff we can cook here. Yeah, a lot of stuff we can cook there. And you can see that my water's gone way up. And then we can go ahead and try to cook just a little bit more. One of the things I always suggest to do when you go to cook is hit Q, because it'll just shrink it down to what you can actually cook, as opposed to showing you all the recipes like this. I just shrink it down. because I don't ever really look at what the stats are on food. I really just make the food, and then that's it. I don't ever even look at it, what it does, most of the time. So I just eat it just to get my food up, like some grilled ragstags, rad roach here. And now another smart thing to do is actually eat some of this bubble gum. And I think that was it. Oh, we had some sugar bombs there too. The reason why you want to eat the bubble gum is the bubble gum gives you an effect right here that reduces your hunger by 50%. Really useful in the very beginning. They also have perfect bubble gum. Oh, look at you guys getting that, the caps down there. You also have perfect bubble gum as well, which basically means you have no hunger or thirst for like an hour. That's really, really useful as well. And again, best thing to do is keep your inventory as clear as possible. Now, some people have multiple characters and they switch over to those characters and they basically use them like a mule. I don't do that. I have one character and one character alone that I play. And I'm just going to go ahead and get rid of all the rest of this stuff because we're going to be collecting a ton of stuff as we go through the day. So that's really not going to help me. Let's go ahead and use this. I think these are more achievements that I'm going to get through Steam by using all the bobbleheads and whatnot. I actually don't even know what the achievements are. But since we had to move over to Steam, which I like, and of course to get the achievements, you have to play through again. Now, you don't necessarily have to delete your character like I did. You can just create a new character and play through. But I feel like, you know, kind of like, Christopher Columbus, right? You just burn your ships, or whoever it was. You just burn your ships, and now you're stranded. So now you have to go with that no matter what. See, that's how you motivate yourself. And I'm going to get rid of all the diluted ones right there. And then anything else I get rid of, like if I have any mods, things like that, you cannot sell ammo, which is a huge bummer. Because that was like a staple of your income in Fallout 4. Now, speaking of income, I'm going to go around, check the trader here. I want to see if there's any extra loot. Now, because I restarted, I literally gave away hundreds or thousands, or I deleted hundreds of thousands of resources. So you're going to see me constantly grabbing resources to kind of replenish those resources as I go along. And this is actually a really good spot because there's a bunch of stuff in here as well. As you go to this little cabin over here, there's also a bunch of stuff just laying around. Now, of course, you've got, rataways here. You got coffee cups, which are delayed there, which is ceramic. I don't even see it as the thing anymore, right? Like if I see a box here, I just see it as the loot, right? And when I grab that, I just see it as the loot as well. So I'm just going to go ahead and get it going. Again, Menturo, so I'm not going to be doing any nukes for today, not till I get higher level. We'll probably do that, I don't know, around level 10 or 15. But again, I'm going to just be doing other stuff for right now and get this going on over here. Okay, so now that we've collected some resources, this is also collecting resources right here. Let's go ahead and put some more in there. Now, one of the things that you definitely want to do at some point in this game, look at this stuff just sitting on the ground there. Nice. One of the things you want to do is, of course, establish yourself a really good camp. Now, if you notice that my camp is really close to this area, which is called, up here, there we go, the Charleston Station. Now, the Charleston Station is one of my favorite places because, one, it's not too high level. It's fairly low level in everything that you're doing, and the mobs don't typically attack that much. Every now and again, you'll get some mobs, some super mutants, or whatever it is. Now, what I'm doing right here, everybody, is I'm just storing all of this stuff. I'm not deleting it or scrapping it. I'm just storing it so I can restore it back out again. And then it doesn't cost me any more resources. So what I'm going to do, of course, is do that. And I'm actually going to go over here and rework this stuff over here. Now, one of the things you want to do here with your camp is you can actually move the camp. Even though that thing is there, I can actually move the camp around however I want. And it actually removes items. Like you see, it removes that. I wish it did this in Fallout 4, but see how it removes the tree, removes all that stuff out of your way. And where I have my camp there is pretty good, but I'm actually going to burn a little bit of caps here. And I'm going to do that, which basically is going to pick up all of that stuff that's on the ground there. And then I'm going to go ahead and move it again. Now, it's only 7 caps. I've got plenty of caps to get it going. But what I'm trying to do is I'm trying to get it in the most forward spot. And I believe I've already done it, but I'm going to just try again here just to make sure. I'm going to try to get it in the most forward position and then also the most left position to try to line up the door. Now, I've got this darn rock in my way. So maybe I could do this and just get rid of these rocks first. Out of the way, rocks. There we go. And again, the more times I put it down, the more caps it costs me. But don't worry, I'll be rolling in caps like I always am. We'll go ahead and do this. Now, the actual board itself is not blocking. That's not blocking. It's the proximity to how close I am to Charleston Station. What I do is I try to find that magic spot. Now, sometimes you can find a spot that seems like it's not going to let you go there. And if you just kind of nudge around a little bit, a little left, a little forward, until you find that perfect spot like that, boom, now we have got basically as close this way as we can go, and then as close to the left as we can go. Now, you can actually build outside your camp with some items, especially things like foundations. So if you're going to build, say, something up here that's going to end up lining up to this, right, you can go ahead and build there. Now, the problem is I won't be able to build stuff on top of it, but if I get it started just right, I can go ahead and have myself a nice little area to cross over, right? Now, again, you can keep nudging it sideways. You can keep working with it however you want, but I find that what I really want to do is have this nice and straight, right? Have this kind of straightened out and lined up against this edge as best as possible, right? And sometimes you overcorrect. There's a little overcorrect there. And you just kind of want to keep working it. Now, sometimes you'll be in the way, too. Make sure that you're not in the way as well. And then I suggest just pick it up and just kind of keep reworking it as close as you can. Something like that. And now it's getting a bit straighter. Now, because that gap is not really far, I can just walk across it without having to jump. It'll give you a little bump like that. But you should be fine. Now, I've actually gotten closer to this before because what I did is I started down further. So I basically went down here and I went and put a foundation down. Now, because I don't have a lot of resources, right now I can only put down so many of these. And really the trick to it is I want it to be at the same level as the thing over here. And again, sometimes you can get closer, and sometimes you'll end up further away. Oh, there we go. Now, one of the tricks also that I've found is to actually overlap it over the top of the edge like this. And that works pretty good. Again, we'd probably have to, straighten that a little bit nicer. And let's say something like that. There we go. Now, once we have this established, we can go ahead and take this one and try to snap it over the top of these boxes. And sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. I find you want to kind of move it around, see what you can do. Now this cart thing's going to be in the way. Get out of here, cart. Now, you can actually push physical objects. And I find that they usually go the opposite direction that you want them to go. See, like that. I don't know why that is. It's such a weird thing. But there we go. All right. And we'll go ahead and try this again. Now, again, I got to be in the area, so I can go into build mode, and then I can try to snap this across here. Now, notice what happens, that it lets me do this right here, but it's not letting me actually put it down. There we go. Sometimes it will not let you put it down. It thinks it's intersecting, but notice that I could do this and then kind of backwalk it, right? Kind of backwalk it into this one, into that location. Now, this one here, I would probably go ahead and store it. And then this one here, I would just try to further align it outwards. Maybe something like that, because I don't really need it to overlap too much. And I want to kind of make it where it's just like you can just walk and you go up that little lip there, right? Now, the same thing over here. Notice that this wall in my way. Notice that this is beyond the edge, right? So what you're going to do is you're going to get this problem of it saying, hey, you're too far out of your base. But if you notice that if I go over here a little bit, that is just fine, right? It just seems to work okay right there. Again, the build system is a little funky in the way that it works. It definitely is not as good as Fallout 4. Absolutely. I mean, there's some things that are better about it, but some things not. So the best thing to do is take this one and just try to work it as far right as you can. Because I'm trying to get in front of the doorway, right? And then again, you want to go down a little bit, left a little, just kind of reworking it. And I want to get as far kind of right as I can with that. Again, my goal is to be able to go in and out of the door and then end up in my base, right? And again, this is like your Rosetta Stone. This is like your first piece that sets the precedent for everything else. And again, notice how I'm working it just a little bit more right, a little bit more right. Just kind of working how it lets me get away with it. And sometimes you luck out and sometimes you don't. There, oh, there it was, a little bit more. And I like to push my luck, everybody. I like to push my luck. Just see how far I can push it. There we go. That's not too bad. And again, it used to be, by the way, where you could actually put that way further forward and actually include all of the front of this as well. But they made it where it's pushed back a bit now. So once I have that kind of thoroughfare where I can very easily run from here to there, then I'm going to start working my way into my base, right? So you want to establish your first thing. You want to make sure it's somewhat straight. I feel like maybe just a little bit of tiny tweaking on that one. By the way, you also may notice that I was actually outside my build area when I was moving it. Even though I'm over here, I'm still outside the build area. And maybe nudge that a little bit like that. Good enough. Good enough. Now, you're like, Kismet, you can't get back past those boxes there, right? Well, again, these boxes are going to be an issue, right? Getting past these boxes and being able to snap this in here with this being in the way. So you kind of have to work it, right? You have to work it out where, okay, hold on. So this is as far as I can go this way. And so I'll go ahead and snap a few of these into each other. It's also something, whoa, my monitor just went off. There's also something blocking. Out here, there's something blocking this other one over here. Because that one should snap to there. That one snaps there, but weirdly, that one does not snap there. And this one also does not want to let me put that down. See, like if I put that one down, then that one snaps, but I don't have enough concrete for the other one. Interesting that that does not snap there. So again, so you have to kind of backwards engineer how you're going to get that to work. So what we want to do is we want to go ahead and take this one and try to put it in there. If it doesn't go in there, then we'll go ahead and just store it. R and then R again. We'll grab this one. That one doesn't work there, but we can go ahead and just use kind of a placement. Let's say right there. And then we'll go ahead and use our third one here. And we're just going to try to eyeball this. I know this is hard, everybody. It's hard to eyeball this just right and get it lined up. But basically, we're using this one as a reference, right? As a guide to get us, you know, in the correct spot over here. And so we're going to go ahead and, again, push that back out a little bit as far as we can. Try to line it as straight as we can. I mean, it doesn't have to be perfect. The better you align it, the better it's going to line up. And then we're going to go ahead and take this one, and we're going to try to snap that in there, not letting me do it. Let's go ahead and, again, we're going to take this one out now. Store that. Try to bring this out. Now, another thing we can also do is go this way, and if I had enough concrete, I could try to snap that there. Yeah, this whole part right here is not letting me snap. That's unusual. See, right here, there's no obstructions. Even this way would let me snap, even with that thing nearby, but it will not let me snap right there. All right, now, when you find problems like this, if you have Fallout first, it's going to make it way easier. So I go back to the main menu, and this time I'm going to play on my private server. So I'm still going to be in the same spot, but what it's going to do is it's going to start up a private server just for me, and then I'll move over to my private server and see if I'm still having the same problem. It could be something with that world. There could be something dropped there. It could be something was knocked there and it fell into the floor. whatever. And I built my base there many a time, so I know it should work. But we're going to get it going now. Again, thanks for coming in, everybody. Hey, Ems, what up? Notorious TDK coming in, showing love as well. Hey, Kismet in chat. Hope everyone's doing well. Yeah, I was going to be delayed for an hour because I was trying to get a haircut. My hair's getting long and scraggly, especially for summertime. And she couldn't make it. Her child wasn't feeling well, and that's okay, everybody. I have kids. I know how it goes. No biggie. Just a haircut. All right, so here we go. Let's try this again. Back here. And again, I keep the sound off because there's a lot of competing NPC talking going on. Yep. See what happened there? I went into another server, into my private server, and now whatever was blocking that area is no longer blocking it. And then I can try to come over here and get this going on. I feel like the thing I'm going to have to do is basically what I did before, and that's try to use this this block here to get over this hump of these boxes. And we're just going to try to go as far this way. Now, I strongly suggest experimenting before you commit to a big old base, because you're just going to be tearing it down and putting it back up and tearing it down, and so on. And again, the whole trick is to kind of reverse engineer this until it lets you do what you want to do. And so we'll back this up just a little bit. Let's try that. Let's take this one, try to snap it to that one. Take this one. Not quite, just a little bit beyond the edge there. Let's take this and let's store this one. Now again, this one right here becomes your primary one. This is the one you're trying to get lined up so you can go past the boxes here. Oh, no, won't let me do it now. So awkward sometimes. The building system is incredibly awkward, I think, in Fallout 76 compared to Fallout 4. I mean, it's really bad sometimes. And the reason why is they've added this thing, cannot place item, selected item is floating. They've added this floating mechanic, and that's because you're playing a, in their mind, a competitive PvP game. And so they didn't want people to cheat and, make stuff that's floating and all of that. But meanwhile, all the true builders, like me, find their building system to be obnoxious. And so all I want to do is put a foundation down right there. And I want to cover up all these stupid boxes that are blocking my ability to put my camp up against that edge, right? Now, another great trick, by the way, is to do something similar to this. Right, and just try to reverse engineer, let's say a little bit further out, let's say right here, a little further out, move it here, forget the snapping, control the height, bring it down just a little bit, something like that, and then try to snap one onto this one, right? It's like working your way backwards most of the time. You're trying to work your way to a point in which you can just build wherever you want to build, really. That's what I spend most of my time doing, just trying to reverse engineer, getting it to do what I want to do. And most of the time you can. Most of the time you can rework it enough to where it'll do what you want it to do. So we'll back it up just a little bit here. We'll try it again like that. See? So you can go ahead and keep fuddling with it. I'm going to mess with it a little bit here. Try to get this one maybe a little bit further forward. We'll take this one out of here so it stops snapping to that one. And try to get out of this little thing we're stuck in. There we go. And then we're going to try to walk this a little closer. And again, just try to find that fall off spot. Now again, I can go ahead and push it out from where it is and try to keep it at the same height. And then try to snap one forward. That's way too far back. Again, trying to keep it at the same height. Trying to walk it forward a bit. Well, let's guess there. Still too far back. And then the hard thing, trying to keep it straight as well. Oof. That's pretty good. If I could just get this to snap in here, then we'd really be nice. Yep. See, that's still not going to give me that. Not going to give me that snap. Maybe do something like this. I think that's not too bad. Now, it's okay if I miss out on that spot right there. There's actually an NPC that walks along there, Graham. All I really need to do is be able just to, you know, without having to jump across each time, right? Where I got to go and nice lag right at that moment. To have to jump across like this every time. So I can just walk along. God, that thing is annoying. Get away from my camp. Come with me. There you go. Again, so I don't have to walk back and be stuck all the time. Now, again, I don't have that many concrete blocks, so all I'm trying to do is get like the main foundation of my blocks in. Now, another thing I would suggest, if you're not going to really utilize this section here, is you can also push back your initial thing, so then you'll get more land on the other side. Now, I don't typically use much beyond just this front part here and then the water as well. But I'm going to need way more concrete before I get that going on. Now, I can go in to the trader as well. And I can go under junk here and I can look for what I need, right? Looking for some concrete. Don't see any in there. Another thing that I can do is just roll over and see if anything in here actually has concrete in it. Maybe a microscope or toy alien or something of that nature, but you can see what it is. Also, if you notice, I've got a little magnifying glass right there. If you can see it, there's magnifying glass next to steel. That's telling me that I have that tagged for search, which you can do actually in your Pip-Boy. So if you go to your Pip-Boy, you roll over your junk here. By the way, in Fallout 76, which is a great feature, by the way, you don't actually have to have the junk on you. You don't have to have an example of that junk. I can just hit C for component view so you can see the wood. And if you take all the stuff out, notice I can only see the wood right now, right? And you say C, item view, and whatnot. You can go back and forth. But if I take the wood scraps off of me, let me go ahead and build my little thing here. Now, again, you also have a section that's stored. So anything that you stored previously, did I not? Oh, apparently I did not store it. I scrapped it. Bad habit. We need stash boxes. There we go. So I have this scrap box, which is part of Fallout First, right? So you can go ahead and put your wood scraps in there. Now when I go in and I look at junk and I go to component view, it'll usually... Oh, Project Paradise coming up. I'm not doing that one. That one's way too high level for me. What it will do is it'll actually give you a view of all of them. Usually, for some reason, it's still saying wood, probably because I had that wood on. But you can go through and select the one, especially early game. That's what I did. Went in and select steel and lead and all that other stuff that I am looking for. But again, that's as big as camp as I can build right now. I only have enough for 3 foundations, which is funny. And then you can also go around, see if there's anything else. Now, there are places to get concrete. There's places to get lead. This place is going to respawn every 20 hours or 24 hours or so, depending on, usually on when you looted it, because it's actually tied to your account. Like when you looted, you went in here and you bought a pack of cigarettes, right? And you bought a bunch of stuff. That's plastic, by the way. Always a good thing to get that going on. And so... That's going to be based on your when you got in there and when you did it. Now, look here. Same thing. Ammunition vending machine. But this also got fiber and rubber and springs and steel and so on. But sadly, no concrete right now. And that's okay. That stuff's pretty expensive as well for the beginning of the game. And so we'll go ahead and do this. So we're just ever so slowly kind of starting to work on our camp. Now, of course, some of the basics that we definitely want, which you probably saw me do there a bit ago there, is you definitely want to have your food down. You want to have your storage. You want to have your stash. Now, I'll show you something really cool about the stash boxes here. That if you take the smaller stash box, and I think I'm going to use my cool Vault-Tec stash box. I got a cool Vault-Tec one. I have a lot of cool ones. I like that one, too. That's a Brotherhood one. Oh, that's another cool one there too. Oh, there's like a rocket stash. Oh, I didn't know there was one of those. Cool. There is one of these. That's not it. Maybe I don't have it again. Oh, there it is. Vault-Tec. So what I can do, the Vault-Tec one does it. This one sadly has no other skins for it. But if you take this, you can put it up on top of this one, but it doesn't work vice versa. So you can actually put that on top of there to save you a little bit of space, especially when you have such a puny base as mine. But don't worry, we'll make it more and more awesome over time. Now, we got some collecting items that we want to do here. We've got some honey there. We're going to put some popcorn down. Now, these are items that you get either through events or through the Atomic Shop. And you can see that we got a puppy here. We're going to need to rotate that a bit. There we go. Try to get that puppy in there. Now, this is a kind of an homage to dog meat. Look at him. He's like a little electronic puppy. There we go. And then we'll go ahead and put our power kind of off the side. I typically don't like to put my power on the ground. Now, one of the things that I could try to do is put it up here, as well as because I have this whole area, you can see that it actually, the edge of it goes across here. I could also put it up on top like that. So we'll just do that just for fun. And then what we're going to need is we're going to need some of these power poles way back this way. There we go. Let's see. See, some of these are weirdly different, so I got to remember where everything's at. Man, I'm going right past it. Stored new quest, allies, floors, roofs, stairs, crafting, turrets and traps, defenses. There it is, power connectors. All right, we'll use our power connectors, and now we have our cool, like, Nuka-Cola power connectors that we got. Oh, wait, I thought we got it. Oh, I gotta save my stuff. Oh, I didn't get that one. I thought I got, did I not get both of them? Oh, the other ones are these ones. That's right, yeah, they're these ones that we put, those ones I got. Yeah, those are cool. But I didn't get this one. Aw. 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 Oh, now I'm gonna have to get it. All right, screw it. You got me. All right, let's get it. Okay, we got it. Oh, and it's like a bell or something, too. Wait, I just unlocked it, bro. I just unlocked it. What the heck? Hold on, let's go out and go back in again. Yeah, I'm outside my base. All right, there we go. Yeah. So, yeah, if it says you didn't unlock it, you don't want to burn another 250 caps. You know, if you know you unlocked it, then don't worry about it. All right, so there we go. So we got some Nuka-Cola there. Now, one of the things I also like to do is to go around and actually remove the bushes. And you can just do this, right? Everybody, just take your stuff and go like this. If you're trying to work on stuff and this stuff's in your way, just move around what you got already made, and it will get rid of all of this kind of stuff in your way. Oops, did I make another one? No, I just wanted to move that one. Oh, God, I think I have two now. Store that one for now. Yeah, see, it switched out of edit mode. That tree does not want to go away. And again, same thing over here, right? Just keep hitting E. Make sure it doesn't drop you out of the mode like it did to me. Yeah, see, trees are getting, it's not getting rid of the trees. That's unusual. Normally, that's the whole reason I put this stuff down, is to get rid of these trees. But doesn't want to do it, and we'll just have to live with it. And this is getting too far away from the thing, too. So we'll go ahead and run this, let's say, right there. And then we'll run this up here to our popcorn machine. And I think we have to run it over here. I don't think this actually needs power. No, it doesn't need power. All right, so now we have it up on the thing, and we're running it across here. So less chance that the actual original power thing's going to get destroyed. Though I have seen them get destroyed up high for some reason. Usually ranged mobs will destroy them. But we want to keep this. Now, what this is like a junk node. This is a popcorn node, and this is a honey node. So these are actual, you just added the ability to collect stuff in your base, which is pretty cool. Now, other things you might want to put in your base right at the very beginning is your ability to sleep and get other buffs. Now I'm going to go ahead and put down my Vault-Tec bed here. right here in the corner. Now, what's the advantage of... look at the dogs getting in the bed, too. That's funny. He's trying to crawl up on the bed. What you're going to do is you're going to get a buff. And resting in the bed slowly heals you. Rest long enough to gain a bonus effect. Be warned, mattresses that laying on the ground can carry disease. So I've got myself a nice bed here. I'm going to go ahead and just rest in the bed and basically get myself a buff. Now, the buff you're going to see is because I don't have any of my allies down. And I definitely want to put my allies down because they give me an additional further buff. But we're going to get this one first, which is going to be called Well Rested. There we go. Well Rested is going to give you... After he gets up out of the bed. There we go. Well Rested is going to get you basically 5% XP for 2 hours. Now, if you do have allies, which you run into as you're going along in the thing, and I don't know if I still retain them from my last playthrough or I have to get some new ones. I would think the ones that were in the events I would still have. But let's see. Shelters, wall decor, shelves. I don't see any allies up here. Oh, there they are. Okay. So some of these I can go ahead and get. Like this one is a super mutant there. This is actually my favorite one. Daphne. This is Maul. This right here is Sam's workbench. We've got Catherine's research desk and Yasmin's cooking stove. And then Zero's spaceship. Now, some of these I've never even put down before. But one of the cool things about Daphne is she's actually a vendor as well. So if you're doing your dailies and all that stuff, she's a good companion to have. So we're just going to go ahead and put her right here. Try to sneak her in at the end of the bed. We could probably move this kind of over here in the center. There we go. Wait for our dog to go by there. Let's put her right here at the end of the bed. So, what? I do not meet the requirements. What requirements do I need to meet? Do I got to be a certain level? No, it just wouldn't let me put it there. Wouldn't let me put it there. All right, well, I put it down, and then we'll try it again. Maybe we'll put it this way. There we go. All right, didn't like the way I had it rotated. So, because she got to be able to get to the actual toys thing. So let's put it that way toward the vendor. And there we go. We got the world's most cramped in small base all working together. And again, this stuff will start to collect. Now, another thing that I want to start collecting, of course, is the purified water back here. It's one of the staples of how I make so much money. Literally make trillions of dollars. Really an infinite amount as well. And so I haven't really done all the quests of all the allies, but we're going to try to get into all of that. But I find that I spend so much time on the events that I don't have any time for anything else anymore. So I'm going to try to ease off a little bit on that and just do what I can do. Now, if you notice that we have the big one here, which is the industrial version, I've actually started steering away from that one. Really want to get the small one going here. As well, you've also got a well that you can use. You've got this sink right here, which I think is an actual clean sink. Yeah, let's go see. Collect. Yeah, I think this is dirty water, though. Let's go see. Yeah, see, this is dirty water. This is not purified water. So it's the same as just running down here and grabbing this. So I find it incredibly useless, but I mean, if you don't want to have to run all the way down the water, I guess you're good. So let's take that out. And then here, same thing with the water pump. You can put the water pump down. You go to collect it. Sometimes it takes a minute. There we go. You can see it says dirty water again. So that one's not kind of pre-finished or purified water, which is what I'm looking for. I didn't even know this one was a thing, which is super cool. I love this kind of little vintage water cooler. I don't know if it gives you dirty water or not. I would assume so. But the ones, again, we want are these, right? So we want to be looking around for patterns that go along with the water purifier. Now, my first go-to spot, of course, is my vendor right here in Charleston Station. Now, I typically will buy in a priority order stuff for my camp that actually has an effect. I'm not going to start buying, batons and flare guns and stuff of that nature that I don't really need. What I need stuff that helps me in my base. Am I going to buy a wood axe? No. Welcome mats? No. Though the actual welcome mats are helpful for your dailies. I'm not going to buy any of that stuff because look at that. It's 220 caps. Not really that useful. I don't need a siren. And eventually I will buy all of these, though, everybody. Even the hazmat suit, which is 1,100 right there. And the reason why I do that, especially early game, is later on, you're going to start getting various unique items that rotate through the vendor. And so when you buy out the entire vendor, then all of a sudden you see those other uniques that you don't see every time, right? They're randomized in the vendor. So typically, those are things I'll look for. Now, again, there's nothing in here that I really need to spend cash on, so I'm just going to say, nah. And then just keep on keeping on. And then rock my way over this way. And get back to it. Okay. So nothing really I can do in there. And I've got a whole bunch of stuff on me. Now, see this spoiled milk, spoiled fruit, all of that stuff. What you really need is you need a chemical station for that. And so we want to go over here and look under our crafting and see if we can make a chemical bench, which we can. And I got a really cool one, by the way. Check that out. Pretty awesome. And, of course, we have the other ones. I usually will use this one, but this one's cool looking. And I like it. But I don't want to put it in the way of the train tracks here because, again, a super mutant named Graham comes along, and he's a vendor as well. You want to definitely be looking out for him in the early game. But we want to go in here and basically get rid of all of this junk that I have, right? I have a bunch of food and things of that nature. There we go. And that food can be broken down into fertilizer, and fertilizer allows me, of course, to plant plants on my base. So we definitely want to go in, break all that stuff down. Now, another thing that it does is it takes it out of my inventory as an item. Oh, there's Daphne. And then what it does is it takes that fertilizer and basically puts it away into my scrap box, which is different because there's your basically your storage box and your scrap box, right? Or your stash is what they call it. Your stash, you want to keep as much stuff out of here as possible. You'll see that I typically will keep all of the junk out of here now because I have that fallout first. I will definitely keep it all in there. We're going to start a battle here eventually, too. The Mad! Hey, what up, Mad? Thanks for coming in, pressing that follow button. Thanks for hanging out. Let me catch up in the chat a little bit here. I also thought World Loot Spawn is time-based, but someone told me it isn't. A certain number of the last things you picked up are missing in the world, probably 255. I was told it's based on when you, same thing with the vendor, it's based on yours, but they're actually going to change that, by the way. They actually confirmed that that's a thing, by the way, that it's based on when you picked it up, right? When you go to the vendor and you pick up your caps and all that stuff. But they're actually going to change it where it's time-based. So at every day at noon, then all of your stuff's going to reset. So even if you just grabbed it 5 minutes before, it's going to reset all that stuff, and then it will go and you can check it out on their website, on their news page. As well, and I'll even throw the news page in the chat for you guys to check out if you want to keep up with the latest news on Fallout 76 and a whole bunch of other Bethesda games. Just follow that link right there; it'll hook you up. What up, EBB? What up? Thanks for coming in. Hey, JC Hunter also in the chat. My awesome mod backing me up. Flux, what up? What's that say? That thing? What does that emote say? It's so tiny I can't read it. It just works. It just works, does it? Oh, man. That'd be a good animated emote. Just have, come up and say, it just works. And then it goes away. That'd make a great emote. I don't, if you notice, everybody, I don't do Pokemon emotes or Yoda emotes or any of that stuff. That's someone else's intellectual property. So I don't do emotes of, major properties like that. I feel like that's going to come back to bite you. So yeah, definitely don't want to do that. I just do my own emotes of the stuff that I've got, characters that I've created. Vintage water cooler plan is a holiday gift, random drop. It holds 2 purified water and no power. Oh, really? It does hold purified water. Oh, there you go. Yeah, I missed out on that. Oh, well. I've missed out on so much stuff because I didn't do any of the events because I'm a busy guy, everybody. I'm doing a whole bunch of other stuff at the same time. Typically, I didn't do any of the first like 4 of these events. And then after 5, then I did 5, 6, and I think we're on 7 now. Or 8, I can't remember. It's actually in my thing. It'll actually tell me what season we're on. What season we're on? Season 8, right? Yeah, season 8. It's in my calendar. Actually, I think it says it in here too, somewhere. But yeah, I didn't bother to do any of those because I just didn't have the time to, because I'm also playing other games here on stream, and then I have IRL stuff I got to do. But I actually enjoy the fact that it gives you a reason to log in. You know, a couple times a week, you get in there and try to do your dailies and get your weeklies done, especially. And that's going to give you a bunch of stuff. Oh, we forgot to check the item shop. What do we got for free today? More utility stuff, huh? What is it? Free fireworks. Okie dokie. I just grab all the free stuff, everybody. A lot of times, though, what I'll do with all the free stuff is I'll literally just get rid of it. A great example is, where is it? Miscellaneous. Is this stuff right here. Basic repair kits. I literally just drop those. And most of the time I'll say, oh, sorry, you can't drop it. It's going to get deleted. And I'll be like, all right, fine. And the reason why I don't save that stuff is because it builds up. If you have 50 of those in your inventory, everybody, it actually builds up over time as well. Now, remember, this isn't my first time playing. I have played since the very beginning of the game. This is my 6th character. My last character was level 460. I deleted it and started it again. I'm that hardcore, everybody. I am all in when it comes to playing games. I don't mind restarting. My level is not tied to my ego. Sometimes that is, or what kind of weapons I have, or armor, or anything like that. It is not tied directly to my ego, because I am way past that age where that kind of stuff is ego-driven. So I just like to play the game. That's what I like to do. Hang around with my crew, get into trouble as you do. Now over here, you can see that I got to be at least level 25 to basically start to adjust my perks and save my sets. But I'm really not going to need it till after 25, because most of the time you don't have enough perk cards yet to really get it going to the level that you wish you could. Now you can see over here on strength, by the way, I can actually put traveling pharmacy in there on that one. Pick lock I don't need. Now also you might notice that I happen to have a bunch of extra stuff up here. These are all my legendary perks, and if you notice that I have all of them already unlocked and I'm only level 8. And that's because my other character, which was high level, over level 460, had already unlocked all of the legendary slots, which means that I could go ahead and start using the legendary slots from the very beginning, which gives me +1 endurance, agility, luck, and perception. Now, the funny thing is I accidentally, without even thinking about it, spelt the word play with an E. That wasn't on purpose, everybody. It just is funny that worked out like that. I noticed it afterwards. Too funny. Now, the one card that I would say do not use is Charisma. I learned that lesson on my last playthrough. I've got my Charisma one all the way up to maximum, and then realized that if I had that Charisma card on and I pushed my my Charisma up to maximum, it did not let me share those higher level cards, because you have to have a natural Charisma for it to let you share it. Now, I don't know if that's a bug or if that's intended, but either way, I'm not doing the Charisma card again. These are the cards I'm going to be working on, especially this one, which I absolutely love, Master Infiltrator, and of course, Ammo Factory makes it easier for me to make more ammo. Especially when you get it to the higher levels. You can get 150% more ammo on top of using your ammo card as well as part of your normal card. So you're really doubling it up in an insane amount, especially if you're going to sell ammo. That's a really great combo. Then, of course, you want to get your one that doubles up, 30% chance of doubling even that. So not only you're making 150% ammo, you're making another percentage over that, let's say 200% ammo, and then you go ahead and double that 200% ammo. So say you're going to make 150 ammo. Well, guess what? Now you're going to make 300 ammo, occasionally a 30% chance when you get that farmer, it's something else. It's something else. It's double whatever it is. It's 30% chance of doubling it. I always forget the name of that card. Super Duper. There it is. Super Duper, which is the hands down the best crafting card in the game, because not only does it work on doing your ammo, but it works on everything. So if you're going to make a gun, you could potentially make 2 guns, right? That's pretty awesome. That's pretty good. Thank you, Starlita. Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Now, again, we're just talking about how to manipulate your base, how to get your base in the right place and kind of work it as best you can. And again, I started all over again here, and I just wanted to get my base kind of situated. And now that I've gone to my own server and I've got it situated, the cool thing is that it remembers your bases. Now, I actually have the ability to place 5 different bases because they've given you that ability. If you guys haven't seen Fallout 76 in a while, especially if you're moving over from the Bethesda launcher into Steam, I highly suggest starting a new playthrough so you're getting those Steam achievements. You don't necessarily have to delete your character like me. I always only have 1 character, but I always delete my previous characters. I've deleted now 5 characters who were all high level as I've gone through. I've played in normal mode, I've tried it in melee mode, and I've tried it in various different modes as the game is developing. Something I've also done in Fallout 4, right? I have like 2,700 hours live here on stream playing Fallout 4 multiple times. I think I'm on my 7th playthrough where I actually finally sided with the Institute, and then I had to get out of there because I felt so guilty. But it was also, I did it for Christmas, and we did it for charity for St. Jude's. Big love to them, everybody. They love me over there now, too. And all of you, because you guys really crushed it during that Fallout for Hope. So, again, I'm probably going to do that again in December. But we'll stay focused on what we're doing now. All right, and then we want to go ahead. Again, one of the worst ones in the game, I find, category-wise, is miscellaneous. Now, if you notice, I can't take the legendary core out of there. Because now it's just going to be this visual blockage of my face every time I go into my inventory. Also, like if I'm doing quests, you're going to see, I really hate this idea of it blocking or locking into your inventory, and then you can never get the darn thing out of there. You're going to find you run into a lot of those. I'm happy I restarted, so a lot of that stuff that was stuck in my inventory is now gone, and I'm going to try to get it going on. Now, I've got some other things here I can scrap. I did put my actual workbench back down. Let's get our other workbenches down. And again, I'm going to get my, what's this one? Responders workbench. Oh, nice. I like my Vault-Tec workbench way better. I'm a big fan of Nuka-Cola and Vault-Tec, everybody. If you notice my character in his outfit here. Actually, I wonder if this is, I don't think this is my Vault-Tec apparel. This is greaser jacket and jeans. No, that's not it. I have a certain look that I have in my character every single time, including the fedora, typically wearing a fedora and whatnot. And we'll get into that. Of course, the fashionable glasses is probably what I'm most known for. I actually have some fashionable glasses. They cost $5. But they cost me $50 to ship them from Australia. Not kidding. Not kidding. Here they are. These are the real deal, bro. These are the real deal fashionable glasses. Try to find some in the world. Good luck. These ones are, the difference between these and other ones that you see, like from like the Kurt Cobain ones that you see, is those ones are oval, and these ones are perfectly round, like the ones in the game. So you know you're a hardcore player when you spend $50 on some glasses that you wear every now and again, which I think is awesome. So there you go. That's how much into Fallout that I am. Okay, so we got that going. Now another way to, of course, get some water, is just to simply go over here. Now one of the first things I would look and see if you do have some rataways before you get too crazy. We just hit R and we can collect a lot. Now look at that. See, it's starting to radiate me down there. That's because I'm collecting a lot of radiated water right now. Like that. And then also, by the way, you can hit tab. You can go in here and it will tell you what kind of food and drink and whatnot you have as well. But I'm just going to go ahead and, do I have it on my thing yet? I don't think I do. Let's just go ahead and put our rataways on here. Now, one of the most annoying things that I find also is that when you run out of that thing, it doesn't automatically know to put it back into that favorited spot like it does in Fallout 4. I don't know why that is. Don't blame me. But we're also going to do another thing. So before we had 2 hours of well rested, before we have our ally But if you put down a certain ally when you go to get your well rested again, you're going to get a different perk. Now, again, this really helps you in the beginning if you happen to find an ally or you have one from the events and you're starting over. I strongly suggest a good bed and then also having an ally because it's going to give you an additional boost. And it's usually way more time than I spend in Fallout 76 on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. But on Thursdays, we're just going to go all Fallout 76 now, all day. On Thursdays because we're going to try to get rocking here. And again, I'm just trying to get to about level 10, and then we're just going to go off. There it is, Kindred Spirit. All right. And again, that's because I have my ally, Daphne, over here, and there's some other allies that'll do that as well. Now, I didn't have to do any quests or anything like that. I just put her down there. Boom. Now I'm getting that Kindred Spirit. So what's the difference between Well Rested and Kindred Spirit? Well rested, you get 2 hours of plus 5%. Well, here, Kindred Spirit gives you 3 hours. So you get an additional hour just for putting down your ally. That's it. That's all you had to do. And bam, now you got 3 hours. So you don't have to worry about that Kindred Spirit for 3 hours. You're getting that boost. Another thing that I like to do, of course, is have lots of perks that help this. So when I'm in a team, I'm going to gain 10% more XP as I'm running around as well. Just with my team. And of course, this is something I typically get up pretty fast because this is a great jump here. This is 5 to 10%. I would say that this is not a great jump because this is double this and this is not double that. And a lot of cards are like that, everybody, where the first thing is awesome, maybe second, but the third thing just is not worth your extra point because then you can put that point somewhere else, right? I can put that point into a weapon and give me more damage. I can put that into some other card that reduces my weight, right? So important to think about those cards as you go through. And something I'm also doing is I'm not always paying attention which cards I have down here. So it's a good idea to constantly be kind of double checking from time to time. Oh, did I get a new card that I can put up there? Especially on places in which you don't, you have way more points than you have cards, right? Like in Charisma, I have Charisma 6. Why do I have Charisma 6? So I can share this card right here, which is a level 2 card. So for every 1 point, you have to have 3 Charisma to share it. The only way to share a level 5 card is to have maximum charisma. So there you go. And you'll see me do it in this playthrough eventually. Not right today, though. And there we go. All right. And so let's, again, we got more stuff we can put away. We want to just keep throwing that stuff in there. We want to go ahead and go over here and make some drinks. Now, we collected a lot of water, dirty water, and we have collected a lot of wood. And that wood's going to allow us to make a bunch of water. Now, water is one of those things that actually helps you pretty good because it actually does boost your hit points. Of course, when I get to my purified water, we'll get a ton of that going. But let's see. Let's put this on. Let's just put it on 9 for now. Normally, I have it on 6 is what I have it on. Actually, you know what? Let's move it to 6 since that's where I'm going to be looking for it anyway. Boiled water there. Let's go ahead and put Radaway over there. All right, so I just press 6, and then he'll just go ahead and drink, drink, and drink. Now, even though I did boil the water, notice I still take radiation down there. One of my favorite perks of all time is called Lead Belly, where it doesn't matter whether you just drink it directly from the pond, or if you drink boiled water or whatever, or even just straight dirty water, it will make it where you take no radiation. So basically, you can eat anything. Eat anything, you could drink anything other than really high radiated items, like actual radiated water. But it actually makes it so no matter what you drink or what you eat, does not radiate you in there. But don't worry, you're going to end up with tons and tons of loot in the long run anyway to help you out, especially Radaways. All right, there we go. Imitation seafood. We're going to keep the honey on us. I think I was putting honey on 4, I think it was. Yeah, let's put that on 4. Right over here. Now, great thing about honey, and my team turned me on to this, is that honey boosts your action points. You can press 1, 2, and 3, because I press it on the side of my mouse. And if you do 3 of them, what happens is if you're running, your action points actually stay up with your running. So your action points never actually go down. So you can run for good distances, or you can, if you're trying to run through some sort of cave or instance, trying to get somewhere to do an event, you're good to go. Okay, so now we're done with all of that. We got our base ready to rock. Now I'm going to go ahead and jump out of my private server, and then I'm going to go ahead and jump back in the adventure mode. Let's go. Let's get into it. Now, again, my goal is just to get my character leveled up as I go along, re-experience the storyline, re-experience all the fun. And I find usually when you get about level 10, level 20, level 30, you start really accelerating, especially since they added all of these events. When I go back in adventure mode, I'll be watching for events other than the nuke or other than like the, Project Paradise I won't do. Things like the Colossus, I won't do those because my character is just going to instantly keep dying over and over. While that's fun to watch, and I will still get credit even if I die. If I get enough hits in and enough damage in, I will still get credit for that event. But just sitting around dying every 5 seconds is not that exciting. All right, so it looks like they've already blasted it here. Now, there's other things I can do here. I can go do Leader of the Pack or whatnot. Fly Swatter is fairly easy in the late game, but in my current point right now, if I go to do some of those, I will not have enough damage to actually destroy those mobs or kill those mobs. So that doesn't do me any good. Now, another thing I can do in here is I can actually work on my daily here, which is buy an item or sell an item to another player. Now, if I go to this person's camp over here, it's still going to cost me a little caps, but they are nearby, and I can see what they're selling. They're selling weapon, they got plans, and whatnot. So what I can do is just go ahead and pop over there. And buying stuff from players is probably your best advantage, right? So, and especially when you're in the early game, instead of buying it from the vendors, this time I'm going to try to buy it from players instead. And the first thing I'm going to look for, of course, is purified water, because that's how I make my money. And of course, we're going to try to get that going. I love people who do a good camp. The number one thing you want to do if you want to sell stuff is put your stuff really easy to find. Don't make me look for where you're selling stuff, right? Don't put it on the top of your base or somewhere in the back where it's hard to see. This person's got it really nice up front. Hello, you got a guy standing back there. It's a little creepy. But he's got it where, oh, he's got a vintage water cooler. He's got it where it's actually unlocked too. So you could, in theory, gold medal vending machine. The heck is that? I don't think I've ever seen that before. That's cool. So basically, that's the same thing as this. And you're going to see it shows the same stuff here after it loads. And then I'll just go right to notes. And I'll take a look and see if this person is trying to, overcharge. Now, some of this stuff is fairly good, but a lot of this stuff, the low-level stuff, should be pretty cheap, right? Should be 10 caps, 100 caps, something like that. But as you get into the more kind of unique items, the items that are no longer ongoing, like say it was an event item or something like that, you're going to see it much higher. And I've literally gone in here and I've bought stuff for 10,000 caps before, many times. So usually when I get to about 10,000 caps, I immediately go in and buy about 10,000 caps worth of stuff to reduce my caps. Now, really the smart thing to do is spend 5,600 caps in the vendor and then sell more stuff to the vendor so you get those caps back again, because it will basically refresh back up to 1,400. It's like a 30% reduction when you sell, unlike Fallout 4. Like if you go to Fallout 4 and you go to the Great Green Jewel, right? You go over there to the vendors or whichever vendor, and you go ahead and you say you buy something for 1,000 caps. Well, guess what? That vendor is going to have 1,000 caps on them. But if you do it in this game, it's actually that vendor's going to have 300 caps or 30 caps, right? Much less than what you'll have. I forget what the exact ratio is, but much less than what you'll have in Fallout 4. It's not a 1-to-1 in Fallout 76. Now, there's really nothing in here that I'm looking for. These are more like cosmetic, kind of cool stuff. Maybe the jetpacks for your armor. This stuff is way too overexpensive for a newbie like me. Now let's go up here, and this guy's got 201 plans right over here at s.p.e.c.i.a.l. So let's go check his out and see what we can find. Again, I feel like this is one of the best things they've added to the game. Adds a really great social aspect of the game when people are selling patterns to each other as well. Look, great camp. Look at that. Right off the bat, I could find where his vending machine is. I usually put mine way out in the front. Now, I'm not looking for anything else other than patterns. Now, look at this. Some of these I already have, right? Chemistry bench, piano, Delbert's Delicious Deer Skins. Some of those. Now, these, look at this. These are a bit more reasonable, right? Ashtray thing. And, oh, he took his cap out right as I was trying to look for stuff. All right, whatever. And then I'm just looking for plans. So, whoa, that guy's got lots of ammo there. This guy's got 118 plans. Star-Lord, who is not selling anything. Plan 7. Plan 51. Now, I got to figure out which one's worth my time. Whoa, look at that guy. That guy got some stuff over there, bro. He got some stuff ready to sell. Now, because people have been playing this game for a long time, what people do is they literally log in and they leave their characters AFK in the game. You just come back every 30 minutes, you hit the space bar. And they just do it just to sell stuff, right? They're just selling their stuff to other players. That's too bad, because that camp had like 118 items. I wanted to get some of that. And we already been to Caitlin's thing there. 19. Now, it's got to be worth my caps to get there. 51. Forget, he's got 56. How much is it to get there? 7 caps. Not too bad. I don't know. My instincts are saying go to this guy's camp. Now, I also go by my instincts, too, wherever I think there might be a plan that I can use. Now, the interesting thing is in the later game, you'll see me charge nothing. 0. I charge nothing for plans. I give them away for free. I absolutely do. Because otherwise, I usually just throw them away. Because they're really only useful to players. Let's see. Where is it at? He's got a little alien in here. Okay, now this is one of those where the heck is your vendor thing. It's like a little camping area. No, there's Daphne. Power armor there. Workshop. Oh, boy. Here we go, everybody. Looking for where his vendor... I might have walked past it. I don't know. Don't make me look for your vendor, bro. Don't make me look for it. Nothing up there. Now, you can only build so much stuff in your camp, and then you're going to hit that limit. But they've really raised the limit a lot. Pointing over that way. This is an ammo converter. It's making me look for it, everybody. Making me look for the vendor. Am I just not seeing it? You guys see it? Could be a tricky one. Stash there. Pointing this way. Maybe this person right here is the vendor. Ah, there it is. Okay. There it is. All right. We're making it tricky. All right. Let's see. We got file cabinets, grenade, metal signs, jetpacks. See, this is all reasonable, right? You know, for the nicer stuff, around 300. For the lesser stuff, 50. That's pretty reasonable. I don't need any of this stuff, though. So, again, it's costing me caps to jump to these bases. Each one of these jumps cost me cash. So, this guy's got 118 plans. Let's go see that person. Let's go see that person. Now, again, a lot of times, because these people are high level, they're not saving those low-level plans. They're just getting rid of them because they're, not going to sell to too many people unless they're newbies like me. So another reason you might have trouble getting those plans. But let's see if this person has put theirs in a reasonable, findable spot. Yeah. Got a little junk area. Is this it? Mark it. Pointing over this way, up here, over here. Make me go all the way up to here. Oh, let's get some, see if we get some luck. Woo! First try! Cool! We can use those caps to buy some more stuff. I actually got one of those. I'll put it down eventually. Alright, come on. What do we got? Foot locker, signage, nuke sand. Now, there might be something in there that I need that I'm just not seeing. Oh, this one's a really good one. Look, that's only 50 caps for the wood wood building set. Let's get that for sure. Normally that's like 1,000, by the way, if you buy that from the vendor. And eventually I'll come in here. Oh, there's a Radaway as well. Let's buy that one. Eventually I'll come in here and start buying out all the low-level ones, just so those will come up as already learned. But again, right now, since I'm in the low-level stage, we're just looking for anything that can help us in our camp. Especially items like purified water. That's really what I'm looking for. Now, notice how it still says I can buy those, or I haven't learned it yet. I suggest the second you buy something, everybody, you want to immediately go in and do this. Because it used to be where it didn't tell you what you already knew. And then, so you just have to, like, guess. You got to think there's 1,000, 2,000. I don't know how many plans there are. Thousands of plans that you have to just try to remember. And I started writing them down in a spreadsheet. And that was just a waste of time. But eventually now it says known. You can see up here. So it says known and lets you go. But yeah, look at this. You got Tinker's Workbench, Chemistry Bench right at the very beginning. So those are good. But I don't see any...
You 76ers, you guys are something else.
I know, right? There's a lot of low-level food patterns here. A lot of recipes. This is actually, these are pretty cheap. These are 10. Probably not going to find them for that cheap again. So let's just go ahead and buy a bunch of this stuff. Make this guy's day. You only need to buy one of them. Don't have to buy them all. And there we go. And then immediately, again, go and read them all. And then once you do that, you can go back in the vendor again. And then you can see which ones you already know. All right? Any of the ones that are still in there, like bloatfly loaf, will automatically come up as known. And then you go through and look for some more. Now, again, some of these are super cheap right here, everybody. Super cheap. Now, I'm also going to get some of these as a drop as I do stuff in the world. Psycho and Buffets, I don't ever use those. But again, this is a pretty good deal right there on most of those. So, big love to this dude. Is he actually here? HL90. Big love, bro. Big love. Give him some love on the way out. Okay, so we went to that one. Now, where to? What is this stuff here? Oh, these are the gang leaders I got to go find. Where else we got? Did we go to Barrel's camp? No, he doesn't have enough plans. Now, I can also jump servers. Let's go to this guy. I can also jump servers and see if there's other players on other servers to see if they have planets and things that I need. And they get going. Brahmin pin for the fertilizer. Oh, I guess I could have got that, yeah. That would have been an idea. Oh, look at this. I discovered the rocks. Now, another thing that's happening, by the way, when I'm jumping around, is I'm also discovering areas while I'm going to people's camp as well. So let's go in here and see what he's got. Planned asteroid. There we go. Looking couches, too. Now, I've actually bought a bunch of this stuff and never used it once. In my previous playthroughs.
First mutants.
This is only one. Awesome. These are all only one. Wow, this guy is like me. He gives it away for just one. All right, well, hey, you want to give away for one? I'm going to buy it all, bro. Look, see? What goes around comes around, everybody. Again, if he's going to give it away for one, I definitely am going to purchase it. He's probably like me. He's probably so rich that, or at least in my previous playthrough, that you stop caring about caps, everybody. You get to a point where you have so many caps that you stop really worrying about it anymore. And this guy's awesome. Now, I'm not going to get two of those. I'm only going to take one as well. And so I'm just going to clean this guy out. He wants to put it out there for one.
you trying to get
Oh, and that actually is a jetpack there, too, for 1 cap. That's really good. The T-45 jetpack. And then you have the 51 jetpack. You have the T-60. This is really, really good stuff here. One of those. One of these. One of those. Get that lady humming in my ear. Did I get the wood patio chair? I did not. And there we go. And that is how you do it, everybody. Again, that's why the vendor peeps are the best. Again, usually I sell mine for none. But again, even 1 cap, that was a good deal. There's a whole bunch of patterns now that I can learn that my character will know from now on. And then also what's going to happen is they're all going to be set to known now, right? Let's go back. Anything else I can buy? Nope. Bought everything I can and now unlocked a bunch of stuff. Again, that's why I love the player vending. And I will, of course, pay it forward to other people in the future. How many plants he got? 11. And down here, we have 56 plants. There's a bunch of peeps down there. Let's go check it out. Check it out. There we go. Yeah, I'm currently putting up my plants for sale. Well, there you go, Claptrap. He's moving his camp like you do. I know, right, Flux? You know, I giveth and taketh away. Making a cave camp. There we go. I've actually had several members who have done that, who've actually built it in a cave and all down in the cave. Very, very cool way of doing that. Oh, by the way, did you guys see that they finally making progress on that Fallout 1 mod for Fallout 4? If you've not seen that, everybody, it's called Vault 13. I'm a huge fan of Fallout 1, everybody. I absolutely love the game. Apparently going to be able to play Fallout 1 in the Fallout 4 engine, which would be awesome. Of course, I'd love to see Fallout 1 in the Creative Engine 2 that they're using for Starfield. That's what I want to see. Or even Unreal 5 would be great. It would be amazing. All right, let's go over here. Now, I got to think I am level 8, everybody, and we are in a really high-level zone over here, at least compared to me. So we got to watch out. Maybe we should use the jacuzzi first. All right, let's get over here and just noob it up. Beckett's. This is one of your companions here. I think I'm going to have to get all these companions again. Not taking any more assistance today, friends, so sorry. Oh, bummer. All right, hello. Hello again. There's no vendor. Be kind, everybody. Keep the door closed. All right, so Beckett's over there. This guy's pointing over that way. Oh, and that's where his vault is, but let's check his vending machine. All right, what we want is some cheap patterns. What do we got? Oh, we already know all of that stuff. Acoustic instruments for 1 cap. They don't call me the Wasteland Tycoon. Saving money is making money, everybody. You got to think, all of this stuff that I'm buying right now costs way more in the vendor. This is all 5 caps. What am I at? 264. Let's keep going, everybody. Let's just stock up on what we got here. Jukebox for 5 caps. Legs, 5 caps. Started to get Footlocker, I did. Torso. See, now, the funny thing is I'm not going to really use any of these, everybody. Most of this stuff I'm not going to use. But some things like pocket leather armor chest, that I actually will use here in the lower end part of the game. This stuff is very cheap. Right here, ultrasonic cooling vents, internal database, right leg, welcome mats, wood tables, wood desks. This is all a good deal, especially when you're just starting off and you're looking to get your patterns going on, right? Dog meat steak, I think I was. Mega slot tenderloin. Now, these are all things that you're going to run into in the wasteland. Right, a bunch of various mobs that you're going to run into. And I thought I saw someone run by. Hello, Scorch Killer. And so you're going to run into all these mobs and you want to cook them up. And so you get all these cooking recipes. Like so. And again, I'll learn them all just to make sure I don't bother everyone's a gut. Yeah, what up, Scorch Killer? Then I'm going to go ahead and see if there's anything else that I didn't get. I didn't get the basketball hoop. So let's get one of those. And ultrasight there. Ash heap treasure map. No, I'm not getting that. I have never done those treasure maps, everybody. I literally had like 50 of them or 100 of them. I don't even remember. A lot. There we go. This is Kroger. Actually, I have a member named Kroger with 1-0 as well of my guild. But yeah. Oh, and there's Menturos is over there. Hey, let's pop over to Menturos, show him some love. Not that he needs it compared to me, everybody. He's really super high level. He kept his high level character. I don't blame him. Me, I'm crazy, everybody. I'll start over. Yeah, there's some nice lotion caves. Yeah, absolutely. Hey, Ems, what up? Thanks for coming in and hanging out. Now, I'm having lots of fun reinitializing or getting enthused to play Fallout 76, right? The problem when you get to the high end of any game, not just this game, is that, you know, it just kind of gets repetitive. You're doing the same stuff over and over, where it's nice to kind of reinvigorate your passion for something. And that's what I'm going to do right here. Menturos has got his camp up. Look at that. See, Menturos, he's got the unique items over here. Ultrasight left arm. I'll buy that because that's 0. But also it helps him get his daily done too. But yeah, look, he's got the good stuff, everybody. This is some good. Look at that. The Nuka 51 Nuka-Cola paint right there. That's a good one. Jack-o'-lanterns, all these kind of unique items. Totally worth it. And again, if I had the cash, I would totally just buy those out. But that's okay. That's okay again. And you don't need to hand me anything in, buddy. Don't worry, I'm fine. I'm just buying stuff. Again, I'm just trying to play through the game again to give everybody kind of an overview and, you know, encourage them to give it another shot, right? I feel like it's leaps and bounds ahead of where it was. Now, what I did is I left the server, and so I'm going to jump onto another server, and I'm just going to burn up all my caps. Because that's a smart thing to do early on. Now, again, I'm looking for anything that has to do with purified water, because that's what I need. But when you're looking for something else, sometimes you find a lot of this. You'll need this later, but for right now, I'm looking for this, right? I find whatever you're looking for is the thing you can't find, and the thing you're not looking for in the moment, you just tripping over them like crazy. It's like collecting ore, right? So you get in a game. Hey, Slatter, thanks for the follow. You get in a game, you go and you're looking for iron ore. You can't find any of it, but that's okay. Stay out of this world. But you find everything but iron ore in that moment. All right, let's see who's close by. All right, right here. He's got 24. Let's go pop over there and see what he's got. Now, again, I highly suggest to do this in the early game. Go around and find this, because people like me are going to be giving stuff away when I'm high level, giving patterns away to help the noobs who have just started playing the game. And that, again, when I first started playing the game, obviously this wasn't an option because they didn't have the ability to sell to other players. And sometimes it gets broken, and then they disable it. So use it while you can use it, right? Down here, I see the open sign. There it is. All right. See, and he's pointing over this way. I try to put mine by wherever you teleport in, right? So you can just see it right when you teleport in. You go for it. Oh, barn building set. Another one that's like 1,000. Let's get that one. Very nice. Kitchen chairs, cranberry jams, 10. We'll take that one. Those aren't bad. Kitchen chairs and whatnot, but I'm down to about 64 caps there. Not looking good on the caps, but I'm going to show you my little secret over here. Hello. I love peeps in Fallout, everybody. Fallout community is so awesome. He came out to wave at me. I waved at him. He's looking at me like, oh, who's this newbie guy coming in and buying my patterns, right? Because I think this is his base. Yeah, it is. So again, this is what makes the Fallout community awesome, right? This is what makes it awesome. So let's see what else we got. Let's see. And I look for how many plans they have. This guy's got one plan over here. I can't click on it. There we go. Plans, 3 plans. And I'm starting to feel like this guy's looking at me. He's checking his Pip-Boy. He's level 49. I think he's dropping me stuff. How many's up here? So 3 plans there. Why did people got enough plans? What the heck? Oh, that one's not even selling anything. 39 plans there. And the more plans they have, the higher chance that I'm going to jump there. Oh, 68 there, 57. Those are right next to each other, too. Whoa, 706. Oh, I'm going to that one. Oh, look at that. Okay, this is a random stranger gives it to me, everybody. That's big love, bro. That's big love. Big love to you, Hayes. Big love, bro. See, he's helping out a newbie, right? See, that makes him feel good about himself. I don't really need it. I'm going to be fine. But you know what? Sometimes you make someone else's day by letting them be kind to you, right? And I love that. I love that about the Fallout community. That's why I love being part of it. Now, I'm going to go to this one with 706 patterns, everybody. We're going to take a look at this one. Now, I do not have enough cash. That is for sure. It doesn't even matter if he has them all as one cap. I do not have enough cash. So I'm going to have to get me some cash here in a minute. I'm going to show you my starter area where I get easy cash, right? Easy money. But let's go see if these are like, 1,000 per each. Whoa, there's somebody who knows how to build a base right there. Whoa, do you see it filling in? Very nice. Very nice. We got the market here. I didn't even know these things were a thing, everybody. Oh, look, he's got all the bobbleheads. It's a hardcore player right there. All the bobbleheads over there. Ashbury is this person's name. Let's see. Oh, he's got them reasonably priced. They're not, not every single one of them is 2,000. I am just looking for the purified water. And these are all reasonably priced, but at my level, they're a little expensive for me for just being a cosmetic item. Again, it's got to have a purpose or I won't buy it for more than like 10 caps. Whoa, tattered curtains is 10,000. See, whenever I see something that's 10,000, it just tempts me to buy it. Just so someone goes, whoa, someone actually bought it for 10,000 caps. You'll see, I'll be rolling in caps, everybody. I'll be rolling caps. I got to get my purified water to get that going. I don't see it there. I actually know what vendor it's at, too. I could just go to the vendor and buy it right now. But part of the fun, I think, is the social aspect of the game as well, running around. So there's nothing in there that I need, but normally I would buy all of those just to get it going. Now, there was another one up here with like 193. Yeah, right here. Nope. His name is Nope. Yeah, so we're going to go over there. Helping each other out is so much better in PvP. I think they made a huge mistake by putting it PvP in the adventure mode. Now, in the other mode, if they had started with that mode, and then just from the very beginning say, okay, this is where you're going to adventure, and this is where you're going to PvP, they would have done a lot better. And then made the workbenches more like everybody works together to defend those workbenches. Whoever gets it first gets it, and then everybody helps defend, and everybody gets their rewards for it. Whoa. Something hit me. Oh, the robot's hitting me. Protectron's after me. Ah, run away. Close the door. All right. I'm too low level for that. Let's see what we got. Whoa, now see all the plans I now know, everybody? Remember these plans I was buying for 1? See, they're 250 right there. This open neon signs, 1,000, right? So I'd already learned all of those just now by getting them for cheap. Glue sniffers is 30,000. Oh, this is somebody who tries to take advantage of people. I can tell you already. If you got stuff that's like this stuff, now I don't know. Maybe this stuff's super rare. What is that? Glue sniffers. Oh, we can't even inspect it. I don't know what it is. I don't know, but I would say the prices in here are a little high. Just for patio tables, 150. Water filter, that's 10. All right, we'll go with that. I go for the cheapest thing. Because I know eventually I'm going to find it. Lemonade is 40,000 as well. I've actually run into that vendor that sells that lemonade thing. Snallygaster. Yeah, I don't know what this is all about. I don't know. Well, you guys know what that's all about? Seems iffy to me at best. Iffy at best. All right. I don't know what makes that, but hey, it could be worth that much. I don't know. What do we got over here? Oh, he's not selling anything. So plan 3 again. If it doesn't have like, you know, a bunch of plans, like 50 plans, I don't bother to jump over there. Though they could have a bunch of free ones on there. 20 plans is not bad. Yeah, not really feeling it. Oh, Menturo's up there checking that one out. 19 plans. Yeah, not feeling it on this server, though. We did find a bunch. But down, oh, it's 117 down there. Too cool. All right, too cool. Let's check it out. The high prices to avoid the vendor glitch. What's going on with the vendors? Why are they glitching after almost 4 years? 4 years of this game being out. We shouldn't be glitching squat. Oh, you have all yours at one cap? I put mine at 0 because I just give them away. Help out those newbies. Right over here. Let's go. Oh, I love this Red Rocket mini mart thing. All right, what you got? Too cool. Okay. Anything that I'm going to actually need? Yeah, see, there's a bunch of good recipes there. Oh, especially Liquid Courage is good. Stem Pack recipe right there. Oh, and Super Stem Pack. Okay, that's a good deal right there. Super Stem Packs and Stem Packs are actually fairly expensive from the vendor. So that's actually a good deal. Don't have enough cash right now to get it. And I don't really need it. I very rarely make Stem Packs. I usually end up with so many of them. I don't worry about it. Oh, look, someone's been doing the PvP there. Very nice. All right. I think that's enough on this one. Oh, Uranium Fever's up. Oh, we got to go noob it up on Uranium Fever. Let's see if there's anybody. All right, here. I'm going to go to Uranium Fever and see who's in there and then try to look at their name and then try to jump in their group. All right, time to noob it up, everybody. I'm about to get smacked. Uranium Fever is a good event to get started with. Some of the higher ones, like Project Paradise, and of course, doing the nuke, you're going to get irradiated a lot. So watch out for that. What you want to do? Tau Fusion. Let's get in with Tau Fusion. Right now, he's going, what the heck? Oh, he's already in a full group. What's this? Dragon Baron Yeezy. I'm a noob. Oh, this door's not even open. Get me some coolant, some magnets, steel. Oh, this is a good place to loot, too. I've also just discovered this area. I'm just a full-on noob. Now, it's actually better if I get in a group. Because... oh, and Menturos is in a group here as well. All right, I'll jump in with Menturos. Let's see who shows up, though. Oh, yeah, there's Menturos. All right. Let's jump in with him. Okay, so now I've joined a team, and then, of course, we share DPS. And I am level 9. Menturos level 1014. I don't know if you see it over here. Hold on, let me slide over. Let me slide over a little bit. Yeah, 1014. The other guy's 153. Ashbury is 1,284, and I'm level 9. Restarting the old dealio here. Now, while I'm waiting for them to start it, I'm going to run around and try to grab...
Extraction process initiated. Keep away from extraction units while operational. Hostile trespassers.
And this is one of my favorite events, everybody. Is this Uranium Fever, because it's pretty easy. You just kind of chill out, especially when you have a lot of other people there. Ooh, there's some concrete. They're pretty much going to kill all the mobs. Oh, there's a shotgun. Oh, I love the shotgun, everybody. It's my favorite type of weapon. All right, where's my shotty? Let's get the shotgun out. What kind of shotgun is it? Combat shotgun, but I was level 50. I'm too low level. Too bad, too sad. Believe me, I'm not saving that for level 50. I'm going to scrap it this first chance I get. If you got a weapon that's above your level, screw it. Just scrap it straight away. So far, I've seen 0 mobs. One of the things also when you're low level is that you're going to have trouble killing mobs because, or even getting credit for those mobs because other people are going to be super high level and they're going to be one-shotting all of the mobs. But while I'm here, this is a good time to go through and collect all the stuff I can. Hey, I got a shot in. I killed something. Oh, I got to kill a mole miner. This is actually a quest. I forgot. Then we can get all the nearby mobs. Normally I stand up there on my perch, everybody, but I'm going to go down here and look for any loot that's laying around. Try to hit any mobs. You want to hit Q every now and again to see if it latches on. The weapon's actually not bad. A few hits it.
Detecting terminated management.
Okay, now there's a legendary mob. It's up this way. And so what I gotta do is I gotta run up there and I gotta try to hit it before it dies. Oh, I'm out of ammo. Look, there's a mutation. I got mutated. What kind of mutation do I got? I don't use mutations, but I think they're funny. Invisible in combat if unarmed and stationary. So there we go. So now, another legendary. Ooh, a little snub-nosed pistol.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
Alright, so again, since I'm so low level, I want to go around and look for any loot that I can grab. Or a good idea to reload my weapon. Now, everybody here is pretty much really high level, and they're not going to grab all this little junk. They've probably got tens of thousands of resources. Ooh, look at that cement. Ooh, that's base building stuff right there. Base build. I forgot it had so much cement here. Now, again, I don't necessarily need to kill the mobs. I'm going to get credit for the end result of it. And I'm really here for the loot. Oh, look at these gas canisters in there. Steel there. Oh, no one repairing that one. I'll repair it. Give the newbie a job. Repair stuff. Okay, now notice how I can loot some of this? That's because the people are on my team, I'm nearby them, and anything that they kill, I get credit for too. Which is why it's so good to get on a team. Now, I actually have to hit the mob for me to get credit for the mole miner.
Detecting terminated management personnel. Remove this individual from the premises.
Now, first thing you want to do is look over here. Yeah, he's right here. Ah. Look at them all. Look at them all in their power armor. I'm in my little... I don't have power armor. I have nothing, everybody. I have none of that. Juggernaut walking cane. There we go. I'm also overburdened right now. As you can see, my action points go down as I'm walking around.
Adequate uranium volume extracted and...
The only weapon that I have is a slow shooting weapon that I can actually use. I got a pistol. Let's try that out. Oh, this is this. This one's out. I got a walking cane. I've got a machete. I got a pipe pistol. I don't have any ammo for that. My rifle, which I was using. And a snub-nosed pistol, which I have a little bit of. Alright. Oh, if it stops shaking, I could actually click the weapon. There we go. This is fun being a newbie, everybody. Again, I highly recommend it. If you haven't... Oh, look, and there's a level up. If you have not played 76 in a while, a great way to reinvigorate yourself is to start that journey again. At least I find. Start that journey all over. And that's what I'm doing. Having a good time doing it, too. Nobody in here. Everyone's just looking at me like, what's that level 8 guy doing here? Or I'm level 10 now. Look at me go. I'm level 10. Now I'm fine. I get the question all the time. Hey, Kismet, what do you do once you're, like, all leveled up? What do you do once you're all leveled up and all of that? The best thing to do is to,
Uranium volume extracted and processed.
did I get credit for that guy? I did. Well, the best thing to do is to put your feet down on the ground and just start walking. Just start getting into trouble when you run out of what to do. Also, I get the, hey, Kismet, how do you level really fast in this game? Well, you level real fast, you do these events, you run around with some peeps, and you have a good time. You can also get yourself out a bat and go smack people in the face with it. I'm out of ammo. Oh, wait, there's some shotgun shells. Oh, is that a combat shotgun? Hold on. I saw a combat shotgun there. But see, all of the shotguns and all of that stuff are too high level for me because all of these people are really high level. This is one of the drawbacks of the scaling that happens in the game. Is the fact that all the mobs are being scaled up. Like, there's a level 25 mob to me. And so the mobs are being scaled up, and so all the weapons that are going to drop are going to be too high level.
Extracted and processed. Output quantity increased.
I think I got me a samurai sword here too.
Extraction complete. Extractors must complete cleaning and ventilation process before continuing operation. Please vacate.
And there we go. And then we're going to get a bunch of rewards for it. You'll see them pop up. And it also goes toward your event. Now, it's a waste, some stem packs, some purified water. Awesome. And a whole lot of stuff. And now you're Kismet, yeah, you got so much stuff, bro. How are you going to get out of there? Well, that is a problem. Because you're going to be overburdened. Now, I'm going to go around and see if I can find any mobs that I actually didn't loot. And then what I can do is I can just go ahead and AoE loot, right? AoE loot the whole area. So if any of these show up as lootable. Now, another great thing to look for is little piles of meat that are on the ground. That means that that specifically is your loot. That's a dead giveaway that you can loot that just for yourself. Again, we'll look around for anything like that. Very slow walking here. There we go. Aha, right here. And then we'll just go AoE loot. Boom. I looted the whole area. In that area, probably pretty good. Now what you want to do is you want to go down here and find yourself a bench. Hopefully there's a bench nearby. First thing you want to do is say scrap and then scrap all your junk and bring that weight down. Now I'm down to 436. Now I've got a bunch. Oh, I do have a combat rifle and a combat shotgun. What? Oh, that's level 20. I'm level 10. Those are still too low levels. I was like, wait a minute, why is it showing me I can do it? It's not showing me that I can equip it. It's showing me that I can scrap it. Now, one of my favorite perks, before we get into that, is the ability... Oh, got a perk pack, too. Is the ability to do something called Scrapper, which gives you additional loot whenever you scrap something. And it's a perk that I keep on all the time. I never take it off. I have it in every single set that I play. What do you call a deer with no eyes? No idea. Okay, thanks for that deep info there. Now, let's go ahead and get back to boosting our skills here. Now, we got our charisma up to 6. We're good on that one right now. We are on intelligence 1, agility. Now, we can actually get some cards for charisma that are going to help us a bit. Get our inspiration. Oh, someone's already sharing inspirational in the group. But what I need to do is I need to look around as to which perks that I want to get. Now, the you can actually pick strength for your point, so it's going to give you your stat point in strength, but you can actually filter it out in such a way, I went right past it, where you can pick any card after that. So you put a point into strength, but you pick a card in another area. So a new one I got was EMT there. Over here, I've got EMT there. Again, Hard Bargain is a really good one right there. And I'll just tell you which ones I'm thinking toward. Eventually, I want to get Makeshift Warrior all the way up, but I'm not really playing in melee. Pharmacist, Pharma. Rifleman is a great one if you're using non-automatic rifles like the combat shotgun, or the combat rifle, actually, is the one you're looking for. Good with Salt's a great one if you do make a lot of food and you want to keep your food from spoiling. That's another one I'll get eventually. But I play my style, and my style is the style of the Wasteland Tycoon, right? Where you're going to be making so much cash so you can just buy whatever you want and rule the wasteland. And that's what I do in every single playthrough. You're about to hit 25K followers. Yes, I'm so close. Hit the follow button, everybody. I'm very, very close to 25,000 followers here on Twitch. I appreciate every single one of you. Oh, just like yeah, right there, who just hit the button. Thank you. Yeah, get me one step closer. I appreciate you. Is this game good? Like, genuinely good? If you ask me, say, Kismet, rank all of the Fallouts, because you've played every Fallout since they've come out several times through. Which one, where would you put Fallout 76? At the very bottom. Now, that doesn't mean that I don't like the game. It's kind of Fallout 4 with friends. Now, it is 1,000 times better than when it first came out. Now, I'm also a person who has played it since it released. In fact, in the beta, I actually bought an Xbox Fallout 76 Xbox, right? Fallout 76 Xbox to specifically play Fallout 76 on the Xbox. I've also played it on PS4, and I'm currently playing it on PC. I do have it for all platforms, and I played it since it was originally in beta. I played it all of this time and has not stopped. This is my sixth or seventh character. I can't remember. I'm going to call it my sixth character. I don't know. If I get it wrong, just correct me in the chat. So this is my sixth character, and I've literally played for 1,000 or so hours. I don't try to burn myself out on games I really enjoy. I don't play them all day, every day. That's a fast way to burn yourself out. But I would say it's definitely worth another playthrough. Now, I am so crazy, and I love this game so much. And this is really how you want to gauge whether a game is good or not. And actually, I need to slide myself back over here. There we go. The way you know a game is good or not is if someone like me, who has played for literally thousands of hours, and I went and deleted my level 460 character. Now, why would I do that? Because I want to get that new player experience again. I want to experience the game now in the state it is now versus how it was when it launched, or even along the way. Now, I feel like the true beginning of Fallout 76 was Wastelanders. That's when, of course, you're getting that true Fallout feel where you're going around. There's NPCs to talk to. There's all sorts of quests, and, you know, you're interacting with them and learning their story. And you got allies now, too, so you can learn their story. I especially suggest the space lady, which I forget her name. I think it's like Catherine or something like that. That's weird. That name jumped in my head. But that's a really great ally story. So you kind of go back and forth, and she'll kind of fill you in on her story and what happened with her. And you have all of the, guided meditation. We're going to do that one too. And run around. Now, again, the way I play is it's all about the cash. It's about making so much money like I do in Fallout 4. I literally make so much cash I can buy out every single vendor every 2 days in game. No cheating, no mods, no shortcutting, playing it completely just with the game mechanics built into the game, as well as you can do it on console or on PC, either way. And still make an absolute ton of fortune. Now, one of those things, of course, is Hard Bargain, because you're going to have better buying and selling prices at the vendor. So we're going to get that one and get that going. Now, one of a problem, though, with Hard Bargain here is the fact that we have 4 unused points, and this is only going to take up 1. So let's put that in there, and then let's go ahead and pick another perk, right? And again, it's going to ask me, where do I want to put my perk points? Now, right now, I just happen to have 2 other cards over here. So I can also put that one in strength because I've got Gladiator, right? So you might want to add your points based on if you already have some cards that you can go ahead and utilize, right? So I put another one into strength because I am using a melee weapon. So melee is incredibly OP in this game in the very beginning. Absolutely OP. As you saw with my melee weapon, I was doing way more damage than even with my guns because I don't have any of my gun perks yet. So I highly recommend having at least 2 or 3 melee weapons because they'll break at some point, and then you got another one to have as a backup. So I don't have to put the perk point in the thing I'm actually getting the card from. That's very important to understand. So here in Intelligence, I have a bunch of things that I could use, and I've already got a Makeshift Warrior. I've also got Pharmacist, so my Radaways is going to work a bit better. It's going to give me 30% increased radiation removal. This one right here, food and drink weights are reduced. And then over here under luck, we have Pharma, and then Scrounger, which I'm already using. I could try to double it up on some of those, maybe double up Pharma. Oh, someone put Ricochet too. I doubled up on Scrounger, but also under Can Do is actually going to give me more food too. You find extra canned good in food containers. So not only when I go into an ammo container do I have a 40% chance of finding ammo, not only when I go into a chem container, or really an aid container is what it would be called, and you could get more stuff in there, but also you can get more food. Now I find this card fairly useless because you get a lot of food in the game, especially if you're collecting corn and mute fruit and all of that. You can make food and be just fine. So this is kind of a waste of a point for me. But Pharma and Scrounger are very important because you can get more ammo and you're going to get more stem packs and things of that nature. So the thing I really want to do, probably for right now, is put some points into Intelligence. Now, what I do is I get Charisma up to 6, and then I start working up my Strength and start working up Intelligence. Strength, Intelligence, Strength, Intelligence. And the reason why I do that is because Intelligence is your crafting. Charisma is for when you want to convince people to do what you want them to do, like give you a weapon, or give you extra ammo, or give you some caps, or tell you all their secrets when you're doing that dialogue with your NPCs. Really great at the beginning of the game because it actually uses your perk points. So we might need 4 Charisma to convince the person to tell all their secrets. You might need like 10 Intelligence for them to tell you all their secrets and so on. And so, especially early game, you want to have your perk points, 4 here, 4 there, 4 there, because when you're doing all that beginning dialogue, you'll have options to choose those things. But at this point, since I'm at 4 strength, I'm pretty good there. Now I want to go ahead and get back to Intelligence. So I'm going to go ahead and actually choose the perk point for Intelligence, but, and as you'll see, I get a new card too, Demolition, which I never use. And then I can choose an Intelligence one, or I can just filter this back again, use it so you can see all of the perk points at the same time. Now, because I have so many points in Charisma, it'd actually be smarter for me to actually put it into Charisma because I already have those points, but I don't have any cards for Charisma. We got Gorilla there, we got Happy Camper, we got Hard Bargain, Inspirational. Just take a look at everything first. Lead Belly, one of my favorite ones in every Fallout, by the way. Lead Belly, incredibly great, especially in Fallout 4, where when you put your perk points down, that's it. You're stuck, right? So I use Lead Belly big time in Fallout 4. This way, if I'm drinking directly out of the water or I'm eating random food without even cooking it, I don't get radiated, which is great. Lone Wanderer, also a great one if you're running by yourself all the time. I usually have that one for when my team's not on. I'm just running around getting into trouble. But most of the time, I'm in my team. And again, Rifleman, oof, a good one. Oh, and one of my favorite things. Now, here's another thing. If you only learn one thing in my stream, and I'll show you why. Why would you put it on the bottom, though? Curious. Why would I put what on the bottom? Why would I put what on the bottom? Now, make sure you add that part. I'm curious to why you would rate this one the worst. Which one's your best in your opinion? Oh, I see. Why would I rate this one as the worst? Because of the story is terrible. The general story of all of the quests, except for, let me be real clear, the Brotherhood, both the original Brotherhood story from the original Fallout 76 and then the expansions, best story in the game. It's the origin of the Brotherhood. Yeah, awesome. Right here, at least in Appalachia. So yeah, and actually the origin altogether, because there's ties in also with the other Brotherhood as well, the actual main Brotherhood that got started. And we won't get into the deep lore of that. So the storyline is terrible. There's one where I'm going to have to talk to this raider person, which I'm not going to spoil yet till we get to that. I don't spoil storylines, but it's terrible. I absolutely hate it. I hate it that I'm forced to do it every single time I play through. This is my 6th playthrough, or 7th. I can't remember. Hold on. Water break. And I hate doing it. I hate doing it, and I hate that it's part of the main quest. I absolutely hate doing it every single time. But we'll do it at some point. We'll do it at a minute. So that's why I feel like the building is not as good as Fallout 4. The trading is not as good as Fallout 4. The fact that your storage is so incredibly small, right? It's so incredibly small. You got to think that you can put 25,000 items in Fallout 4 in the workbench of each and every workbench. In here, you could put 1,200 items worth of weight in one storage. And believe me, it fills up fast. If you've ever tried to build a giant base and put up all your power armors and put all your stuff up, right, and try to build a cool museum of all your adventures that you've gone through, right, you got like Piper's outfit up there. You've got, well, I don't want to spoil some of the stuff, but you got certain people's weapons that you've gathered from them who were evil, and you put those up on your display and all of that. The biggest thing that they forgot that really made Fallout 4 so great is the building and the fact that you could put up a shrine to your adventures, right? Out of all the power armors, and you had every single power armor, right? And you had every single this, and you had every single that, and you're putting up all the outfits, and you're putting up all the weapons that you've collected, and all of the unique things that you've come across. And they didn't learn that till much later in this game. That's what people were looking for. And so they then, of course, they had like their B team or even their C team working on this game. I'm just guessing, everybody. Now, you got to remember that Bethesda is my sponsor, and so is Bethesda Gear, but I don't answer to nobody. I will tell you it to you straight, everybody. I say the truth, at least from my point of view, straight out, so I'm not going to sugarcoat nothing. That's why you watch my stream, and you want to watch someone else who's going to kiss butt all day long, you're in the wrong stream. I don't kiss butt. And most people know that about me. So the reason why is because all the elements of Fallout 76 push it to the bottom. Because if you go play Fallout New Vegas, one of the greatest Fallouts out there. It's got incredible storyline, deep dialogues, a whole bunch of interaction between all of the NPCs, and an actual great story. See, that's the great thing, right? I love Fallout 1 because it has a great story, and so on and so forth, right? Fallout 3, another great example. Now, my favorite at the top, but barely though, as minimum as it could be, over Fallout New Vegas, is Fallout 4. Because I love to build. I love to build gigantic bases. I love the fact that I played through that game 7 times, and every single time I play through, there's something new every time. Every single time, without fail, there's something that I haven't seen, even though I've literally played it for thousands and thousands of hours, and yet I still see new stuff in there every single time. It also takes me on a different path every single time I play through the game. So incredible, everybody. Incredibly well made. The quests are really well thought out. They do great breadcrumbs to get you where you're going. I find in 76 a lot, I'm playing and I get to a certain point and then I come back next time and I go, where was I at? Where am I going? I don't know where I'm going to do this quest, right? You're constantly like confused as to what you're doing. If you don't keep that quest going, and you stop and you come back a couple days later, it's going to be very hard for you to pick up where you left off, I find, in 76. So a lot of the quest structure is not as great. Now, putting all of that aside from the launch of the game, all of the content after that, they put the A-Team back on there. They put the A-Team back on 76 to bring it back from that state. So they added player vending. They added legendary exchange. Now you can actually craft legendary weapons as well. And keep crafting. If you don't like the perks, you can keep crafting it over and over and over again, right? So they added that. They added NPCs coming back to the wasteland. So you have people to talk to and interact, right? Which makes it feel like a living world. See, when everybody's dead, everybody, it doesn't feel like a living, breathing world. So you have no one to interact with except for robots. You're reading some terminals and you find some notes, right? And that's what a lot of people didn't like about it. I also don't like the PvP thing. I thought that was just an excuse for people to gank other people. And I've had people come in and they're racial slurs. It's like playing Battlegrounds, everybody. You have a bunch of people coming in and they're just the worst version of themselves online, right? They just act like a jerk. They're really obnoxious. They're playing music and blaring it in your ears, trying to blow your ears out. Just being the worst version of themselves that they could possibly be. The kind of stuff they would never say to your face because they'd probably get punched out, stabbed, or shot. That kind of stuff, right? In my day, everybody, you don't do that. You don't walk up to people and start talking smack to them because the people I grew up with will not say one word, and they will punch you right in the throat, man, and they won't think a thing about it. You don't mess around like that. You don't talk smack. You don't talk smack to someone's face. Especially don't get up in their business and get in their like zone. You know what I mean? You don't do that. Now, I'm not that type of person in my age, everybody. I'm older. I don't want to play these little high school games anymore. I see people my age still playing this little high school game where I got to put you down to make myself feel better about me because I got so low self-esteem. If people are putting you down, everybody, that means they got a problem, not you. They got a self-esteem problem because they got to put you down to make themselves feel better about you. Believe me, I've tried it as a young man. I can tell you it's a dead-end road. You just end up by yourself, or you're hanging around with a bunch of people who don't care about you anyway. Because when you're not around, guess what? They're talking about you. Watch out for those kind of people. Now, this is one of my favorite things. Let's talk a little bit about Shotgunner. That's why I put Fallout 76 at the bottom, everybody. But it's still a game I love. Obviously, I don't have to do anything, everybody. I'm 50 years old. I don't have to play any games I don't want to play, and I don't. I absolutely don't. If it's, and I get, because I'm a Twitch partner, I do get a lot of games. Hey, Kismet, play this on stream. I'll send you a code, whatever. I turn about 99% of that stuff down because I don't think either it's appropriate or it's a scary game. I don't like playing it, or it's something that's not appropriate for my stream that I don't think you guys would like. So I just like, sorry, I'm kind of busy right now. I got a whole bunch of other stuff lined up, but I appreciate the effort, right? So I turn a lot of that stuff down, and I only play games I like because I think it's contagious, right? If you see me enjoying the game and I'm having fun playing the game, maybe you'll start up another playthrough, and maybe you'll come join us, right? Come join us on PC. We're going to run around, get into trouble. Or you might find some other friends. You can go onto the Discord over there as well and say, hey, everybody, I'm playing some 76 on Xbox or on PS4, and say, hey, anybody's looking for someone to group up with, I'm available, so come and join me, right? So great thing you can do. I'll put that in the chat for you. Feel free to pop over there, introduce yourself on the Discord as well. Now, I'm going to tell you a little secret about shotguns, or really any kind of card that you're going to use. Now, Shotgunner is one of my favorite. You'll see me use it. I usually use it in combination with the heavy weapons as well. But here's a trick of Shotgunner. Now, notice how it starts at 10%. But if I put another point into it, guess what? It only goes up by 5%. So if I use 1, it went up by 10%. But if I do 2, it's only 5% more. That sucks, everybody, because there's another card that goes along with Shotgunner. It's like the Advanced Shotgunner card, and then there's like the Expert Shotgunner card. Now, if you put 2 points into this one, you're going to get 15% damage. But if you use the Shotgunner and then the Advanced Shotgunner together, you're going to use 2 points out of your perk points, but you're going to get 20% because each one's going to be 10%, right? So you're going to get 20% damage increase. So much smarter to just leave it as level 1. Do not upgrade these cards is basically what I'm saying. Do not upgrade them. Just use them as level 1. Boom, you're going to get your maximum return for your perk points for what you need. Another great one here, Skeet Shooter. Very, very cool. Again, you can see my shotguns have improved accuracy and spread. Good early game. I typically switch that one out later, but very good because I typically don't use that much perception. So great one when I'm using my shotguns. I'll get around to it eventually. And again, I don't use the bows, everybody. I've tried them out. It's fun to try that stuff out. But I'm not going to use any of that. I'm not going to use Shotgunner right now because the thing I want to do right now is I want to make the dollar bills, everybody. I want to make the monies. Now, one of the things that I do in Fallout 4 that you can actually check out, also my YouTube, which is also in the chat. I'll throw it in there again. You can check out some of my guides for Fallout 4. And, of course, see every single stream, except for the ones that got corrupted, over the last, I don't know how many years now it's been, 4, 5, 6 years, literally terabytes of streams up on YouTube. And I put every single one of them up there. I mean, it doesn't matter if the stream is an hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 10 hours, 20 hours, however long that stream was, boom, it's up there on YouTube for you to check out. And a bunch of different games as well. But one of the things that I do early game in Fallout 4 is I collect all the loot. I start to build myself a base. I start to get it collecting food for me. It's starting to build and start collecting stuff. Basically, a bunch of stuff is running while I'm busy doing something else, right? Like I'm leveling up or I'm doing an event or whatever I'm doing. It's busy making me money while I'm not around. I love that part. That's the style I like to play. I call it the Wasteland Tycoon style. The same thing here with money, right? At the very early, I'll go very heavy into charisma and into hard bargain in Fallout 4 and other things that help me boost, local leader, things like that. That help me boost my ability to have more settlers and the ability to make more caps. In fact, if you have hard bargain very early on, you get one of my favorite weapons for about 1,000 caps off called the Overseer's Guardian, right? And once you have that Overseer's Guardian, boom, you won that game, everybody. You totally won at least the base game. When you get into Far Harbor, the Overseer's Guardian is a little underpowered, but that's an expansion for Fallout 4, for those who don't know, or DLC. So basically what you want to do is try to make as much cash you can. Now, I played Fallout 4, and in the first 10 levels, I've already won the game because I'm already making thousands and thousands of caps passively on purified water. So again, I want to try to make as much caps and get them as much out of my caps as I can. So we're going to go ahead and get hard bargain again. We're going to get a second one, and we're going to go ahead and grab it. Now, watch what happens. Watch what it does. Oh, wait. Hey, you already have a hard bargain. What if you combine those two hard bargains together, and then what's going to happen? Well, let's combine it together, and then let's take a look at what we're going to get, right? So buying and selling prices at non-player vendors are better. So it doesn't have anything to do with non-player, with player vendors, just the regular vendors. Now, buying and selling prices at vendors, other than player vendors, are even better. Right? And then now I don't know what the exact numbers are, everybody, but I can tell you it makes a difference. And I'll show you. I'll go ahead and pop out of here. Oh, did we already scrap everything? No, I'm still standing in here all by myself. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and scrap everything. The reason why I'm going to scrap everything is to get these up here, which are going to allow me to go ahead and modify, make my own weapons, and then modify those weapons with a whole bunch of stuff. Now, you still got to have the recipe for whatever it is. You still got to have the shotgun recipe or whatever. I'm not sure if I've gotten any of those, but I just want to scrap these just so my weight gets down. And just use my primary ones that I have right now because I'm too low level to use any of those weapons because of the world I was on, everybody else is like level 1,000. And I'm level 8. And so I don't have the ability to use those weapons. Now, some weapons have a minimum anyway. They have a minimum level of 1, 5, 25, 50, whatever it is. Same thing with power armor, right? Power armor, actually, the lowest level power armor is level 15. You didn't know. You thought it was 25, some of you. It's actually 15. Then it goes 25, 35, and so on. Up the chain of stuff. Now, the lowest level armor is actually called Raider's armor. If you're looking for the type that you can use at level 15. Now, I typically don't use power armor until level 25 or something like that. You'll see me just run around in my vault suit most of the time. Just running around getting into trouble. Now, I have a bunch of legendaries as well, and I'm just going to put those away for right now. I'm going to see if there's anything I can use that one. What's this got on it? Oh, that's 25. That's not too bad. Damage increases as health increases. Yeah, that's not too bad right there. Cocktail, not going to use that. I like my hunting rifle. Let's put this away. Sickle, 26. So yeah, so what I'm also looking at is what level the item is, right? So this is a basically like a sickle, right? So something you cut wheat down with. And it does 50% more damage to robots, right? And it does 26 damage and it's a level 10. So if I look at weapon I'm using now, say my machete here, this one's level 1 and does 22 damage, right? So if I get this one, it's going to do slightly more damage in general, but it's also going to do 50% more damage to robots. So if I use this against robots, it's going to do 50 damage versus 26 in theory, right? You know, the numbers vary depending on their resistance and what level they are and what level you are versus them and a whole bunch of other stuff along that line. But you get the general idea. And then, of course, I've also got this one, which is a snub nose, which actually does 50% more damage to Scorch. So you can have different weapons for different types of mobs that you're trying to fight as well. So that's super useful. But we got a bunch of stuff probably we could sell here. We're just going to use this stuff right here. And we're going to run in here. We're going to talk to the vendor. We're going to mute all those guys. And I'm going to first take off the thing, which is currently off. Take hard bargain off of there. And then we're going to try to sell something, right? Great example, buff out. That's a good one. Basically, if I sell it now, it's going to be worth 5 caps. But if I go in and well, let's look at something to buy too. So let's say, okay, we're going to buy this barn building set for 330 caps. We actually got that for 1 cap, didn't we? Yes, we did. 330 caps there, or 5 caps to sell. Now we're going to go ahead and put that perk on right here, hard bargain. And then we're going to do the same thing. That's all I did was put that on. Now this is 36 caps less. So I just saved 36 caps. Also, if I sell buff out, it's now worth 1 more cap. Now, that might not be a lot, but if you sell 100 of them, that's 100 more caps, right? And some of them actually really jump tremendously, especially stuff like glowing meat and things of that nature that you don't really need to keep anyway, because it's just going to burn up your inventory. Oh, I'm getting a phone call, everybody. Hold on, I got to take this phone call. I shall be right back. All right, everybody. Sorry for that long delay there. I was talking to my doctor's office. Kismet been bad, everybody. Kismet been bad, sitting inside, hiding from COVID, eating tons of bad food. I got massively high cholesterol. It's my only vice, everybody, candy and bad food. But the doctor says stop doing that, basically. And of course, my life is like this, everybody. My life is a roller coaster. It's this all the time, every day, up and downs, up and downs. And so I went over there and I got a test, right? I got blood drawn. So, and I got it for a very specific test, which I'm not going to tell you the details of it, but I got it for a very specific test, and they didn't order that test. They ordered another test, but they didn't order the specific test that I asked them to order. So now, since they've already used the blood sample from for that other test, I have to go get my blood drawn again so they can then do this other test they were supposed to. Oh, God. Whoa, ho, ho, hey, ho, hey, ho. Hey, ho, bunch of ghoulies. Hold on. Sudden action, sudden action. Whoa, samurai. Woo! Look out, everybody. Sudden action there. Look, that whole time I was standing there and no mobs attacked me. And then the second I come back, boom, mobs all up in my business.
Comic ones, school books, joke books, books on holotape, they're all...
I'm going to go hide here in the corner for a minute. So now I have to go and I have to go get another test. I have to go get my blood drawn again. Thank you, RetroLink, also for the follow. Appreciate that a while ago. And again, sorry I had to AFK there, but I'm trying to take care of my health. I'm trying to get back into looking after myself. I've been hiding inside from COVID for years. I've been just sitting around working on stuff here behind the scenes. You can see it in my face. Face definitely getting fatter, definitely getting it on the stomach and the chest. And especially my legs, my upper thighs. It's usually where all the weight goes, right onto there, just weighing me down. And I'm actually starting to have trouble with my right knee because I am getting so overweight now that it's starting to be unstable, basically weak on that knee. So when I step, right, the left leg is nice and strong, right leg, whoa, hold on, might go for a thing. Now, I did lose 50 pounds, everybody. I was down to 175. I'm back up to 195. So 7, 8, 9. So about 20 pounds I gained back. I really should be around 150 at my size. I'm 5'9". I'm average height, which is fine because everything fits me. Everything fits me. Cars are at my size. Earbuds fit for me because I'm the average man in that way. And I'll take it because you know what? I used to be 5'1". I did. I was actually very short for the very long time. I was shorter than everybody. Growing up in school, I was always the shortest person everywhere I went. I was like 5'1" from when I was, I don't know, 10 or 11, all the way up to when I was 16. Then when I was 16, boom, my legs kicked in, and I grew that 8 other inches, and I'll take it. I'll take it. I mean, you're supposed to be the exact size that you are because that's the perfect size for you, right? Don't be jealous of people who are taller. Believe me, they got heart problems, knee problems, and all sorts of problems. I've known a lot of people who were taller, everybody. People who were 6 feet, 7 feet tall. We had one guy who was like 7'2". He was a big guy, like a Shaq-sized guy, right? Huge guy. Crazy, though. Insane. I don't know what's wrong with the air up there, but man, he's crazy. But he's a good friend of mine because I'd rather have him on my side than have him go up against him, if you know what I mean. Keep the crazy people on your side, everybody, because they come after you. Man, what has the neighborhood gotten to? Can't even go shopping without a ghoul attacks. I know, right? Same thing. I'm afraid to gain weight, or I probably have to go through the whole process of getting oral appliance adjusted. Yeah, that can be a thing. Emergency haircut. Exactly. That's what it was. I had to run out and get my haircut done. For sure, for sure. All right, so we got that done. We were talking a bit about using the correct perks like hard bargain, and I'll just leave hard bargain on at this point as much as I can. Again, look, see under intelligence here, I can now put that pharmacist on that we got. And if I had any more charisma, now in the future, I'll probably get some from some perk packs. I'll get every 5 levels, you get a perk pack. Plus, you also get it from doing events and things of that nature. But as I get more points, I want to try to max out all the stuff that I'm using. Like I'm using all 4 points right here. I'm using all 2 points. I'm not using that because I don't have another endurance card. So I'm only using 1 point there, 2 here, 2 here, and 2 here. I'm using 4 here. Which really gives me a huge boost early game, by the way, everybody. If you're using 4 points, I can get 2 more points, which means I can get both inspirational and hard bargain at maximum, and even start to work on some other cards, because I can always take hard bargain out when I'm not using it, and only when I go to the vendor, put that on, right? Because you can only use it at the vendor, like an actual NPC vendor. You cannot use it at player vendors. So I have 2 sets. I typically have a crafting and selling set, or deconstructing stuff, and then I typically will have a battle set, or kind of a shotgun or a heavy weapon set that I typically like to do. But you never know, I might try some other stuff. Let's actually drink some water here. There we go. Drink us some agua. Let's see if we've got any more in here. Now, the one thing about keeping your food and water up, it's really to avoid getting disease, right? That's the main problem you're going to have with that. Is that you're going to get disease quite often. Also, you're going to get mutated. We'll go ahead and do Radaway and then a diluted one as well. And you can see I've got the chameleon has recovered. Now, actually, some of those mutations are actually to your advantage. I typically don't use mutations. That's just not my jam. But, hey, if it's your jam, more power to you. Most people use what's known as the marsupial mutation. Allows you to jump up really high, so you don't need the jetpack or anything like that. I'm going to go ahead and eat all of this. There we go. And drink some more water. And, I could have used my purified water there. Let's just save that up for now. And we got a bunch of other stuff here we can just scrap. Now, the question is, should I sell it or should I scrap it? I would say most of the time, it's just scrap it, because then you just get those resources from it. Which will help you out in the short run. I mean, if it's something like armor, you might consider just using it, right? See if it's an upgrade for whatever you're doing. Now, remember, the only thing that you drop in this game is your junk. So you want to put all that junk away as quick as possible, so you don't, if you die, you don't drop anything. Basically. Also, you take armor damage when you do die. Now, I got a bunch of stuff in here that I might want to use as an upgrade. Now, I have a samurai serrated machete. Now, it's just a regular machete. But I don't really need a level 1, so I can go ahead and say, you know what? Let's go ahead and fix it so I can scrap it. Now, because I put mods on it from the Atomic Shop, I actually can't sell it. It won't even show up in the thing. So I have to go into the samurai sword and I have to put it back to its standard appearance so I can scrap it and then get rid of it. And I really kind of like this one right here, the short hunting rifle. So let's inspect. Let's rename that Z Hunt Rifle. Bam. The reason why I put a Z on it is so it drops to the bottom. So I know that's something I'm going to use. Again, this one is scorched. And do we have any ammo left on this? Probably not. And we can just trade that in. Sickle, we'll go ahead and use that one. So T, rename Z, and I'm just going to call it Sickle. Now, I just truncate the name, everybody. I feel like their names are always too long. And by the way, when they're putting the names in there, it should say laser pistol first. And it should say pipe pistol first, and it should say rifle first, and it should say chest armor first, and it should say leg armor first. Why? Because you'd want to sort them all by the same type and then be able to compare them right next to each other as opposed to scrolling up and down and trying to compare them that way. I find that's a huge waste. So we had a machete, and then the other thing that we had was what? What was the other item we were using as a melee? I might have put it away. But we want to go ahead and get rid of this, and we'll go ahead and we'll put this one in too. Let's go into our cane here. Let's inspect, repair, rename Z cane. I mean, again, it doesn't have to have a big, long name. By the way, if you want to know what's on it, you can always just look right over here. It's on the side in there. Now, I don't have any cells for this right now. When I don't have the resources to make that particular thing go, I just get rid of it. Get rid of it big time. So let's go ahead and swap out our machete for our sickle here. You know what? We're going to actually put this back to the cane in case our machete gets broken. We've got our hunting rifle and our pipe pistol for right now, and then everything else can pretty much be gotten rid of out of this list. So we're going to start trading out our legendaries, even though we're level 10. Again, there's no reason for me to save this stuff, so I'm going to get rid of that. So that's actually plus damage to Scorched, which is pretty decent. I'll probably keep that as a potential ranged weapon. I'll just keep it on me for now in case I get some ammo for it. And then everything else is probably pretty good for now. Let's take a look at our weight, 79. Now again, I'm not just doing the events. You'll see me just kind of do my own thing most of the time. Now we got one Violent Knight, which is actually a pretty decent one. I see a bunch of people up there. Dragon Baron is up there. So you got a, oh, he's got a thing. So I'm going to jump into his group, and then I'm going to jump over there and get my newbie on. Get my newbie on here. You got this same place you have your camp? Yeah, I've had my camp here since, like, I don't know, since this game, about a month after this game launched.
Attention, citizens. Nuclear strike imminent. Please exit the area at your earliest convenience. Thank you for your cooperation.
I love it when I come right at the end of the event and I get credit for the legendary. Just Lily. That's what I just did. My hardest thing is just getting a hit in. Not dying, of course. Can't even hit anything. My weapon sucks so bad. Hey, we loot, everybody. Oh, that was a... I think that's my first 2-star. Yeah, Berserker's Axe. That's not bad. Plus 50% limb damage. All right, now we're immediately going to change our sickle to our Berserker Axe. Berserker! Huh! All right, I think that was it. Game over. GG. All right, I'm out of here. Oh, somebody blasted up there by the Colossus. Nice. All right, I'm out. I'm out. Just as easy as that. Bounce back. Now, again, I'm collecting resources. I'm getting where I can build a bigger and bigger camp and all of that. And I'm really just kind of running around, any kind of random events that I might find that I feel like are appropriate for my level. I'm running around getting into that trouble as well. Now I'm going to go ahead and drop this group. Leave team. Let me see if any of my crew are on. They all wandered off. Okay. And back over here, drop all this loot in there. Oh, grenade launcher. Interesting. Tempted to keep that. You know what? Let's not keep any of that stuff. Let's scrap this stuff. Now, right about this point, I'm level 10, everybody. But now, all of a sudden, all of the regular weapons are going to become useless to me because I'm starting to get the legendary weapons. Ooh, that's a strength combat armor there. All of those regular ones are becoming useless because now the items that I'm getting, it's a level 20. And that's a level 10. It's an 11-2 on the right arm. That's way better. So we'll go ahead and rename this one. And inspect repair, rename Z, right. Oh, wait. Z, am I doing lowercase or uppercase? I can't remember. I think I'm doing lowercase. Arm, right. Sometimes I do it one way, sometimes I do it another. Mental. Metal. Metal. There we go, brain. Work with me. And there we go. So that one's metal, and then this one is leather. So again, we'll inspect. Nope. Inspect that one. We'll clear the name. We'll take it off of favorite, which I accidentally just put it on there. We'll take that one off, and we'll put that one on. There we go. So we just gained some armor value. Like the difference is 24.26 is what it is now. It was 16.29, and now it went up to 24.26. So definitely got a big boost there. I can't use this fiberglass combat armor until I am much higher level. Peeps are just launching off nukes left and right. All right, and we'll go ahead and... What are we doing? Now we probably want to put the... get rid of the sickle now that I've got the axe. Because it has 2 perks instead of just 1. So inspect, rename Z, axe. There we go. And it'll drop it to the bottom alphabetically. What else do I want to do? I want to put this away. That's level 20. This is level 5. I want to scrap that. A lot of inventory management in this game, for sure. I'm not doing Colossal Problem. I'll get absolutely annihilated in there.
Real or imaginary?
Both. Can I be both real and imaginary at the same time? All right, let's do it. Now, again, when I get a bunch of stuff on my character, like grenades, I'll get rid of that. That we want to trade in for some legendary points, and then eventually we can make our own legendary. I literally had like 1,000 legendary items that allowed me to whatever it's called, legendary cores that I could trade out. Had a crazy ton of them. But that was in my last playthrough, not in this one. What am I doing? Trading in the pistol. That's what I'm doing. And the sickle. There we go. And what we're doing is we're getting legendary script. So what it's doing is just transferring that over to my character, and then I can use that legendary script to buy stuff and make my own weapons. Now, I actually find it's better if you have real high intelligence to make your own weapons because your durability is going to be way higher, which means it's going to take longer for it to break. Then you go in and you add legendary mods to that. And also, by the way, there's a bit of a randomization to it. So if you make one and then make another one, those durabilities could be different, as well as obviously the perks potentially be different. All right, so we traded that in, looking good. Anything else we can get rid of here? Is our food looking over there? Looking pretty good. Let's trade in some food here. Get rid of this. Keep the purified water, and we'll just put that on number 6 now. There we go. And then see if we got any aid that we can sell. I don't really use any buff outs or any of that stuff, mentats, unless it's like great mentats or whatever they're called, the ones that help me do better trading. But other than that, you're going to see me just get rid of a ton of, especially Rad-X. I saved way too much of that in my first playthrough. Look at that. We got 49 Radaways already, everybody. And that's because that person gave us a bunch of Radaways and a bunch of stem packs. Now, when it comes to Radaways, in the early game. I find I don't get as many because I'm not fighting as many ghouls as I do in the later game. So you might be smart to put a bunch of those away for right now. In fact, you only really need a couple of them on you at any given time. Same thing with Rad-X, maybe one. Stem packs are, you know, I'd say about 10 at any given time, depending on what you're doing. If you're doing like a daily, you might need a bit more, especially if you're rezzing other people. But if you're just running around the world doing questing, usually around 10, 20 is fine as well. All right, so we got a bunch done, and we actually got a bit of our dailies done there too, little by little. Now, eventually here, I'm going to switch over to some Astroneer as well. We don't have any learn to plays today, but we do have a bunch of learn plays all night long. Tonight, tomorrow night, and the next night, right? Let me look at my own schedule. See, I schedule this stuff sometimes weeks out in advance, everybody. I can't even remember. I can't remember what it is. Yeah, tonight we're going to do Darwinia, one of my favorite games. Oh, I forgot. And then Surviving Mars as well, another one of my favorite games. They've added even more cool stuff to that. Oh, hold on, I gotta press the buttons over here. There we go. They added even more cool stuff where they actually have trains in the game, which takes your resources from one place to another. So I definitely want to check that out. Plus a whole bunch of new stuff in Surviving Mars. I've actually played the game all the way through to the point in which I have actually did a bunch of cool stuff on Mars. I don't want to say what it is. Just about spoiled it there for a second. Just about spoiled it. Hold on a second, everybody. Someone's buzzing me here. Let me catch up on what I'm doing. Right now. Okay. Okay. All right. So I'm a busy guy, everybody. A lot of stuff going on. I'm trying to stream. Leave me alone, people. Try not to die either. So my doctor just gave me the you know how there's like a cholesterol level, right? Mine's like that. Mine's like off the charts. Eating way too much bad food, everybody. I got to ease off on the cholesterol and all the other fatty foods because I am off the charts right now. There's like, you know, the range in which you should be at, right? Like I said, this is the max range. Well, I'm way out here. Not good. Not good. And I can feel myself diminishing, everybody. And that's because typically it's your food. It's what kind of food you're eating. Eating too much candy, too many cakes, too much of this, that, and the other thing. Too many fatty foods will definitely drag you down. But it's like my only vice is bad food. I try to be smart. Hey, broke my terminal. What the heck? Mobs came in here and messed up my stuff. Okay, so we got that going. We got a okay weapon. Not enough ammo. Maybe I should make some ammo for my pipe pistol. That ammo's cheap. Yeah, where did I do the thingy? Right here. Chemistry station. So I'd have to do the chemistry station, but I still need the other bench, the tinker bench. What other tinker benches do I have? Oh, yeah. I love this tinker bench. So awesome. Mr. Fuzzy. All right, let's craft some, let's see if we got some gunpowder. We're going to go in. Let's craft some 38 ammo. Now, I don't have the perk that I really need to craft some. I think it's 38 ammo on my pipe pistol here as well. Weapons. So I'm going to, man, my brain's not working. 38, yes. So 38 is what I need. Now, I find when you get into the higher levels of the game, when you're crafting ammo, it doesn't matter how much you've got your ammo boosted. You're just screwed. You really got to grind a lot to make a lot of ammo, depending on what the ammo is as well. But I've literally made like 6,000 ammo and burned it in a day. In one day, burned 5,000 ammo. That's a lot of ammo, everybody. Depending on what it is, too. All right, now how many bullets do we got? Let's see. So we made about 400. So yeah, not bad. So now I got some ammo for my regular weapon. Now I typically have a short or a repeatable fast weapon for close-up. And then I have a ranged weapon so you can snipe stuff from really far away. Boom, like that. Snipe that guy. And go from there. You'll have to get the levels back down. Yeah, I have to really start looking after myself. Heart of the Swamp, a little too high level for this character. We're going to go ahead and skip that one. We're going to get back to our final departure here. So investigate the Morganton Airport up here. I don't think I have anything close. So I have to kind of go to the Wayward and work my way up from there. Now, oh, actually, when I do quests, here's a great suggestion, everybody. If you do have Fallout first and you do start over, is to not play in the adventure mode, is to play on your own private server. And the reason why you play on your own private server is because you got people who are level 500 or 1,000 or whatever, and they're bringing the level of all the mobs way up. Even mobs are already set kind of like a base level that they should be. But when someone goes in there because of one wasteland, they'll push the mobs up really high. So if you are high level, do not jump on my server. Don't make me remove you from my friends list. Because I'm going to be running around doing low-level stuff. And again, we'll get back into where we all run together as a team. Because usually I find after level 10, you start really accelerating the amount, especially running around with the team all the time. We're doing dailies. We're trying to get our stuff going. I'm trying to unlock more of the event that's going on. And if I don't get the event in time, that's okay. I'll just use my atoms to push me forward. Hopefully I get a little by little here during the day. Now again, the great thing about Fallout First, you're like, Kismet, I don't like to play with other people. I just want to play it as a solo game. Fallout First, you can just turn off everybody. No one can get on your server. You can run around and do whatever you want to do. Like right now, if I look on here, there's all of these people, but they're not actually on my server. They're on the other server I was just on. So nobody's on there right now. I just run around and do whatever I want. And of course, all of the loot is yours as well, which is really great. Actually, I could just back on the beat one, which will take me closer. But let's go for a walk. Let's go to the Wayward. Oh, wait, I forgot to do my cash run. Can't believe I forgot it all this time. I'm busy doing other stuff. Okay, hold on. We got to do a cash run first. First thing we want to do is make sure our inventory is as empty as we possibly can. We'll do a little cashy run. Over here. So what do we got that's weighing us down? Not much there. Probably our food and water. So I'm at 63 right now. Check our miscellaneous. I can't take those off. Treasury notes have no effect on your weight, so you might as well just leave those on you. Scrap kit. I'm going to throw that away eventually. These cannot be moved off. That I can get rid of off of my inventory. Junk, mods, ammo. Potentially ammo's weighing me down. Let's keep the 38 and the 308. And you know, I'm going to keep the shotgun on me in case I actually do get a level 10 shotgun. Now, I can actually make weapons, too. So if I wanted to, I could go and make them. Oh, actually, I can modify my weapons potentially as well. Let's see if we can modify our hunting rifle in here. Random legendary mods. Don't have anything for that. Standard receiver. Oh, we got the long barrel, so we could shoot further. Don't really want that. Standard magazine. Standard sights or the dot. Dot's going to give us a bit more accuracy, so let's go with the dot. There we go. And then pipe pistol. What do we got? Standard receiver. Why can't I use these? This is because I need gunsmith. Yeah, that's another one I need to work on next. True grip. That one's going to give us more hip fire accuracy, so we'll take that one. Can't do that. Stabilized. Wow, that gives me huge range, too. Wow, it gives me 204 range. Yeah, this one's standard short barrel, though. Gives me better accuracy. And you know what? Let's go for the ranged. This way we'll have two weapons we can shoot real ranged. Magazine, do not have enough gun thing for that. And we'll get into that next. And then this is going to give me more Accuracy there. I can't do muzzles because I don't have that stuff unlocked yet. All right, there we go. And again, we'll go in. Now, I find quite often when I go in and rename everything, that's the second I find a better weapon. And I had a legendary weapon, which isn't a bad weapon, but the thing is, 38 ammo is like the most common ammo. It's like super cheap. Super cheap to make, super cheap to find. And then also you can buy it at people's camps for like 1 cap, so you're pretty good. Now, all right, well, I've kind of increased my weight a little bit there, but that's okay. We're going to go over here, and I'm going to show you one of the easiest ways in the early game to make tons of cash, easy mode. You don't even have to kill any mobs or nothing, unless they get up in your face. Crimson coming in. What up, Crimson? Thanks for coming in. Showing some love to the stream. Appreciate it. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We're having a good time today playing some 76. Now, again, I've deleted all of my high-level characters. I have 1 character now, and it is currently level 10? Level 11. Level 11. And this is one of my favorite places. It's called Sylvia Homestead. And usually what I do in low levels is this is the first place I go to. And I'll turn my light on. There we go. I just run over here and grab some basic resources, right? We got fungus, we got wood there. Bam. Shoot that rad roach. Oh, I can turn my sound back on. Kill the rad roach, get some rad roach meat and stuff like that. There's a whole bunch of various loot down here, including machete there, melons. See there how that came up? It told me that I got, because it was a chem area, a chem storage, I actually got a bonus item from that chem storage as well. So great spot to start down there. Let's go ahead and switch to the pipe pistol in case things get rowdy. Make sure we're fully loaded. Yes, okay. Now what I'm going to do is I'm literally going to pick some flowers. That's all I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and get this corn here and corn here. Now notice up here in the corner, it says corn 2. That's because I am using... Oh, and I got a level up. I forgot. I'm using this one called Green Thumb right here. So what I want to do is I want to go ahead and utilize that to reap more plants. Now, why is that useful? Well, every time I get this, that's 2 caps. So 2 caps, 2 caps, 2 caps, 2 caps. You get the general ideas. And you can see how much corn's over here. Now, this particular corn, based on when you last picked it up, will just keep respawning and respawning every time. You know, every day or so when you log into the game, in real life, by the way, you can go ahead and just log in here and grab tons of corn. Now, because this corn is not part of your base or part of anybody's base, it's actually the open world corn, it will actually not get destroyed. You got this guy over here working away.
I'll be damned if some super mutant thinks they'll come here and take my land.
Well, if they do, just give me a buzz. Give me a buzz, I'll try to lend you a hand in my newbie state. So what I do is I just go around and I just keep hitting E as I'm running past this. I don't remember which one of these I've gotten and haven't gotten. You can be very systematic and just go row by row. That works too. Get these ones over here.
Yeah. Now that people have come back to this area, they'll all want to be setting up places like Foundation.
Sometimes the NPC dialogue is annoying because it's repetitive. But, you know, you roll with it. And so we'll get this corn. I just try to, you know, sometimes I'll do it systematic and sometimes I'll just do it however. Alright, just to eliminate these ones on the outside. Might do these ones and then just do a shorter back and forth. Just get this and all of these ones. There we go, and then we can just go up one. Again, I'm just running by, hitting E. Now, right about this stage, when you're level 10, you can also start gathering a ton of resources in this area as well. Great way to get stocked up on your basic resources, and it's right inside here. And so let's go say hello to some ghoulies. So noob. So newbie. Now the thing about ghouls is their biggest attack is to run up on you and hit you, right? That's going to be their biggest attack. They're also going to pretend like they're dead when they're not. I have a tendency to get confused in this doorway, I just noticed. All right, so we got that. Now watch out for ones crawling out of the ceiling and whatnot. Can't remember if there's any more up here. Now, this is actually a really great place for shotgun shells. It's usually where I stock up on shotgun. But there's different outfits that you can grab. Whole bunch of loot just laying around here. Now, see this right here? Now, notice how it says my skill is 3, even though I don't have any perks on right now. And the reason why is because I'm using my legendary perk up here, which automatically takes me to level 3. Later on, it'll actually auto-open the items as well. But I still got to do this here for now until I get to the point in which it'll auto-open all of the things. And there we go. So tons of loot in there. Very, very nice. You can get all the pillows, get all the loot. Over here, Jangles the Moon Monkey and a little teddy bear. And I think there's a rattle in there. Yeah, and then you just want to grab all of this stuff. Now, I'm not going to use this for cosmetics, right? Put all the bears down and do all that. I'm here for the loot. For the resources that those things break down to, like plastic and things of that nature. So basically, I just go in and package for Mini de Silvana. Request airdrop. Oh, there we go. That's one of those newbie quests. Now, see how this guy's got loot? Well, they added this great feature to Fallout 76, if you haven't seen it, which is the ability to hit take all down there. If I hit R, it'll loot all of the mobs in the area. Not all of the loot, but all of the mobs or containers from those mobs that you killed. So it looted this one and all the other ones at the same time. Incredibly, incredibly helpful. Oh, this is a recipe there. I could have just learned that. So, and now I'm overburdened. Just learned that one. And again, just grab all the resources that you can. Now, I've got a bit of an advantage. Knock that off of there just in case there's something in there. I got a bit of an advantage of the fact that I'm playing Fallout first, or have Fallout first. So I can, at any time I get too overburdened, I can go ahead and utilize my camp. Now remember, see some of the stuff you can grab off of there. And then we've got astounding tales there, awesome tales. Number 1. Now, when I first get these, I just use them. Oops. I just use them. And the reason why is there's actually an achievement for using all of the bobbleheads and using all of the stuff. Project Beanstalk. Oh, that's that quest that's up there. I'm not going to bother for right now. But also we see a note over here, a package for Madeline de Silvia. Let's take. Okay. Vigilance and Filcher Farm report added. So we just added a bunch of stuff. Let's take a look at these notes. Filcher Farm report. Dear Leia, the interview I did with Gladys Fletcher is only a part of the story. I followed the fencing for approximately 3 miles before I saw a military jeep approaching in the distance. I couldn't see anything from the fence line despite numerous radioactive hazard signs. My Geiger counter did not register anything beyond normal background levels of radiation. Even a minor nuclear accident would register at least something for a massive distance from its source. The upshot is that there's clearly no radioactive accident in that vicinity. So what was the military doing there? Why was so much land being cordoned off? What were the trucks doing that Mrs. Felcher reported late at night? Please use your military contacts to investigate and anonymously publish your findings. If everyone does what they are supposed to do, to the evidence will be undeniable. Sincerely, FS. Village and citizen note to Leia de Celta. Madeline, send this directly to Leia. Do not get involved. Dear Leia de Silvia, we have never met, but your abula speaks of nothing else. I feel I know you. You are a woman of honor, that the oaths you swore when joining the army were more than words. I hope with your rank, you have the resources to investigate American lives being at risk on American soil. Know that if you read this, I am dead, killed by the agents of the U.S. government intent on keeping a conspiracy secret. As inapproachable as it may seem, the treasure of Appalachia is not a hoax. It is real, and people have been killed for it. Enclosed a part of my findings. Please broadcast, publish, and distribute it. If the other evidence is also shared, you or someone else may put all the pieces together to achieve the final truth. Yours sincerely, a vigilant citizen. FS. We don't know who FS is, do we? I don't think we do. I think we find out later, if I remember correctly. I don't know. I don't know. I haven't done the storyline in a while, so it's kind of vague. All right, so we got that stuff, and then we want to run around out here and find any other loot that we can get. Now, in the beginning of the game, when I first started playing, you were kind of screwed when you were overburdened, everybody. You were very, very screwed because you'd have to go and find a vendor or at least a workbench. And I find, you know, they actually put more workbenches out, which helps you a lot. But we're going to go ahead and work our way over this way. Oh, and I forgot to show you how much corn I just picked up. Right here, we just picked up 132 corn. Now, that's 132 caps normally. But because I have the perk card that boosts my ability to make caps, then, where's this guy? Uses a cap 11. That sucks. This weapon sucks, ors. Let's get the axe out. OP melee weapons. Anybody else? See how much more damage the melee weapons do versus the guns? Because melee weapons are crazy OP in the beginning. For sure, for sure. All right, we got plastic there. Again, just keep collecting, keep collecting. And this is what's known as a Quonset hut, right? So you're in a Quonset hut, like a military hut here. Another magazine there. Awesome Tales number 8. And I'm just going to grab all this loot. Again, this is where I usually kind of run in here. Now, there's something else right there, but we'll take a look at that here in a second. We also got a little giddy up back here with a little teddy bear. And then, of course, something really, really nice right here. So, of course, some fusion cores and some T60 helmets. Now, I can actually not use the T60 armor, but what I can do is I can take the pieces out of the armor, and then I can go ahead and put the fusion core back in, or I could have just left it in there, and then get in the armor. Now, the second I get in the power armor frame as a player, it is then bound to me, and no one else can use it. Even if you leave it laying around, no one else can actually use the power armor. One of the other cool things you can do here in 76 is you just hit spacebar, and you just pick the armor up, and it puts it in your inventory. Very, very cool. Now, again, notice here that we do have the ability, I see a rag up there. We do have the ability either on the workbench here, weapons or armor, but also over here on the power armor station. So if you see a power armor station, also incredibly useful for scrapping your stuff. I've got laser pistols. I've got a rescan show up out of there. Now, I can also scrap the power armor and the chassis if I so desire, but I'm going to keep that stuff because we're going to use that stuff later on. Another thing you can do, by the way, also is just check the high roads here. See if you find anything up on top. I don't think I've found anything in here. Let's go ahead and look around the back here. Stuck a little. Look around the back. I don't really remember anything around the back here and whatnot. Now, I'm still overburdened because I have that. Oh, there he is. Come here, you little guy. Bam! 48 damage with the axe. Way more. My pipe pistol's doing like 9 damage. This is doing 50. So, yeah, much better. But watch this as I can go in and I can go ahead and put my camp down. Again, another great use of Fallout First. And this way, I don't have to have that constant, have to run back to the vendor thing, which is fun when you first start, but after a while, it gets really annoying very, very quickly. Now, again, I'm going to put the power armor away, and that's going to take down my weight a lot, down to 139. There's probably some other stuff I have in here that I can probably get rid of, like the corn. We can go ahead and put that in there, and then all this other stuff, too. Let's just put all that in there. Okay, we don't need to carry all that around. Put the bowl of water in there as well. All right, now that's going to give us more room. So we did the corn. We did the house to get loot. We did the Quonset hut here. Uranium fever up again, but it's on my own server, so there's only going to be me or some of my team running around on the server. Now this is another one here, Billings Homestead. We're going to go all melee up in here. Again, melee weapons are massively OP in the early game. As long as you don't have a bunch of other high-level peeps in your way. I literally just one-shot that guy. One-shot that guy. See the difference? Like, if I use a pipe pistol, it does 9 damage. If I use an axe, I'm doing massive damage. Now, you got to think that I do have one perk that I'm using, but that perk is not giving me this much damage. It's barely giving me a little bit of extra damage. And that perk, of course, is... oh, come back to that. Is the Gladiator, right? So it's doing one-handed melee weapons do 10% damage, right? Now, I don't think this is a one-handed weapon. I think this is actually a two-handed weapon, if I remember correctly. I forget where it says that, or if it even does say that. But you'd think an axe would be a two-handed weapon. But again, even with 10% damage, it's not going to boost you so much more. And that's because by default, melee weapons are incredibly good in Fallout 76. So again, definitely want to hold on to those melee weapons because they're going to help you a lot along the way. Nearly up and down. A lot of good stuff in there. I don't even look at it anymore, but I just grab it all. Grab it all and, you know, count your chips after the dealing's done kind of thing. And I grab everything. Everything, especially early game. Later on, you'll see me just ignore most of this loot. But in the early game, I'm trying to backlog loot so I can build out my base. Getting wood, getting steel, every bit of every little bits of scrap I can find. Because it's also going to help me build mods. It'll help me build power armor, help me build weapons. All that kind of crafting fun. And right around the corner here, also some pumpkins, everybody. So if you want to eat those or cook those, you got some pumpkins. And then these guys here hit R, AoE loot everybody, so I don't have to loot them all. And they are looted. Now, there's also some areas you can take over, especially in your own server. You can go ahead and take these areas over, and the only thing that's going to bother you are mobs. So I have some crystal there, and then over here, more crystal. And then you're going to see a whole bunch of razor grain. Now, again, same thing. As I pick up that razor grain, it's going to give me 2 instead of 1. And let's go ahead and run around, grab all these razor grain. Now, I'm purposely avoiding getting into any events or anything like that. But again, I don't even need to fight any of those mobs in the houses. I can just run out here and grab it. Again, just hitting E a lot. This actually gives you like carpal tunnel from hitting E so much. Be nice if you could AoE loot all of this too. That would really be great. Just hit E or hold E down and it just loots it all. So you don't have to hit each individual one. That's why they added AoE looting anyway, everybody. Everybody was kept hitting E all the time just to try to pick up all the loot from big events like Radiation Rumble and things like that, where it would literally take you longer to loot the event than it was to actually do the event. And that's pretty crazy because there were so many dead mobs, and you'd have to go one by one and loot them all, where you don't have to do that anymore, which is awesome. Again, if I miss some, no big deal. I'm just going to grab as many as I can feel like grabbing here. Get all these already. And you can tell it because the stuff actually changes color. You've already got it, but I just keep hitting E. I'm not even paying that much attention, just running back and forth, hitting E. Grab as many as I can. Good enough, I think, on most of this. Now, the most incredible thing about this particular section is there's way more razor grain over here than there is corn on that side. So on this side, I just collected 194 razor grain. Now, all I did was pick up some plants, but I literally made 200 caps right there. Just from picking up plants, and it just takes a few minutes. Plus, you have tons of resources over here you can grab. And I'm still not overburdened because I put that corn down. Now, what I'm going to do is go ahead and pop back to my base over here. I'm going to pop back to my base, and I'm going to go ahead and kind of work my base here a bit and get it going on. Hey, Dr. J, what up? That's good to know. Yeah, right? Whatever it was. Cha-ching! Again, in the early
I
game...
grew up dreaming about living off the land. I didn't picture it quite like this.
Okay, they're always creepily standing right where I teleported. Very creepy. What I'm going to do is mute the game so I don't listen to these robots. Is basically run back here, make sure that I do have... we'll do that here in a minute. Make sure I've got hard bargain on. Now, actually, probably a smart idea before I do that is to actually go in, hit my level up, decide where I want to go. Probably intelligence, but let's see where we've got some perk points or perk cards. Yeah, definitely intelligence is a good one. Agility, maybe, and not that. So yeah, I'm going to go in intelligence so I can put down makeshift warrior. Now I could also use licensed plumber, which basically makes my pipe rifles not break as quick. But I find melee weapons pretty good because I will be using a good amount of melee weapons in the early game. All right, so let's pick a perk. Let's go ahead and tell it we want to put the point into intelligence, but we actually don't want intelligence. We want charisma, and this way I can get my other hard bargain. So now, at the very beginning of the game, level 10 or whatever level I am now, level 11, I'm now going to have a level 3 hard bargain. Again, this is just the way that I like to play, and because I have so much charisma, I can put it up there easy peasy. And now I'm getting way better price, right? Much better than before. And so now I'm going to go ahead and take the hard bargain off first, just so you can see the difference. Come on. Oh, I'm looking at the vendor. It's throwing me off. All right, take it off of there. There we go. Put my weapon away, trade with the vendor. Okay, so if we try to sell the razor grain, it's 194. We'll hit accept. It's going to be 194 caps, right? So let's go ahead and put our hard bargain on. And then we're going to trade food and drink. You're like, Kevin, wait a minute. It didn't change. It didn't change value. That's right. When it comes to plants, your actual hard bargain does not change the value of those type of things. So if I go back out, I double check. Hey, wait a minute. I got hard bargain on. I should be getting better selling and buying prices when I trade out my food and water. My razor grain should be more, right? It shouldn't be the same as if I have it on or off. Well, again, this is the exception to the rule. Razor grain is going to be the same amount, but hey, it's 200 caps. Boom, let's get it, right? Then the same thing, I put the corn away. Now, again, you don't want to leave it in there too long or it'll go bad. I'm going to go ahead and take the corn out, and I'm going to go ahead and sell that as well, just like this. Now, another thing I could do, by the way, is put a razor grain down and collect razor grain as I go along. I do have a bunch of food that I had out here, but I got rid of it because I don't really need it right now, and I would rather have the caps. So basically, I'm back up to 700 caps. I started the day with 700 caps. I bought a bunch of stuff, and now I am back up there. We'll kind of do that same cycle where we go check on patterns. We'll go ahead and just try to keep leveling up my character, and then do a little bit of dailies as we go along. So over here, now that I've got that extra intelligence points, I can put that makeshift warrior up there. And makeshift warrior is actually a really great perk. It actually lets your melee weapons break slower. So when you're using them, it's 10% slower and up to 50% slower. But also what it does, it allows you to actually craft stuff that goes along with your actual melee weapon. So if we go over here and we say modify repair, and we go say to our axe, we will go ahead and look and see if we have any upgrades. Currently don't have any. No. Oh, well, that's cool. A Raider branding iron. But eventually, when you unlock those, you scrap so many axes and you get those things unlocked for your axes, you can go in and do that. The same thing with cane. We can go in and see if there's any upgrades. I can make it into a Liosaur or a Samurai sword. Let's make it a Samurai sword. I like the Samurai sword. And so on. So now, when I use the cane, it shall be a Samurai. Like that. All right, everybody, and I kind of feel like that's a good place to stop there. I feel like we got a lot done today. So let's collect our various loot here so that that's not full when we come back next time. We're going to take a little bit of a break. We're going to come back. We're going to play a little Astroneer. I'm going to check on the family real quick, and I'll be back in just a moment. Hello again. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. Again, we'll get into some Astroneer and have some fun. Now, remember, tonight we're going to be doing a bit of Planet Crafter, but we're going to let that run in the background. I've been letting it run just to try to get it going. Bye. And get all that going. And then we're also going to play a really fun one called Darwinia. If you've never seen that game, it's one of my favorite games of all time. Incredibly, incredibly great. I think very unusual, unique style game that I think you guys might like. So we'll check that out later, but I'll be back in just a moment. Hey, thanks for watching this video. Help support more videos just like this one and keep the Kismet love train a-going by dropping by my Patreon and showing your support. Big thanks going out to Resident Spike, Riverdog, Rotisserie G, JC Hunter, AMZ, and Carlos. Click to watch more videos, and I'll see you next time.